smooth conditions. Temperatures should rise to 31 degrees Celsius, and lows, we should get a cool evening at 25 degrees Celsius. And that's what's making your news and weather to 5:55 a.m. This is your first look at news on More FM 104.7, sponsored by Amar Rentals Limited. My name is Vern Extavor. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. The Ground Report, the Ground Report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The Ground Report, the Ground Report.
I would think that there's been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air, they just couldn't resist. And like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. The kids can't resist it either. Plus, they have more to enjoy. For me, the Castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
Sheltech Electronics, Capital Plaza, 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Port of Spain. So you're looking for the best prices in gaming products? Come on down and visit Sheltech Electronics, the gamer's paradise. Get the latest PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch system. Games and accessories, Apple Stream, Roblox cards, available. Daily clearance items up to 70% off. Pre-order new releases and save 15%. Come on, visit us online at sheltechelectronics.com. Cash in on the bargain. Sheltech Electronics, 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Port of Spain, 627-3757. Cash in on those bargains now.
That's the sound of your car or truck. That's the sound of your horn. Get in gear with an auto loan. RBC makes it easy to get your own.
Get in gear with an RBC auto loan with zero down, longer repayment terms, and low interest rates. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/GearUp. Conditions apply.
That's the sound of your car or truck. That's the sound of your horn. Get in gear with an auto loan. RBC makes it easy to get your own.
Drink that's transforming what you expect from a beverage. U-Juice is 100% natural and has the power of red ginseng, turmeric, ginger, and the world's strongest antioxidant, astaxanthin. Your new favorite drink has arrived. U-Juice, en route to the ultimate you.
U-Juice. I'm on my drink, we got that natural boost.
Arima, the Juve Cooler Experience. Arima, Sunday, 18th June 2023. Arima, your robe is your ticket.
More 104.7, the official station for Arimas.
Pro Sports Bar and VIP Lounge brings to you their Mother's Day event on Saturday, 13th of May, the night before Mother's Day.
Thank you, Mama, for the 9 months you carried me through all those pain and suffering.
Featuring live Ziggy Rankin.
Somebody please tell me her name, cause I don't know her.
Ziggy Rankin.
Tired of this miserable life, tired of the worries and the problems and the strife.
Ziggy Rankin.
That morning ride.
Drink specials all night long. Pro Sports Bar and VIP Lounge. Located Malabar Road Extension, Malabar Arima. Drink specials and giveaways all night long. Pro Sports Bar brings to you their Mother's Day event on Saturday, 13th May, the night before Mother's Day.
Chinese and Ari Restaurant, number 67, Western Main Road, James, opposite Standard. For breakfast daily, Monday to Sunday, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. On the menu, sada roti, Friday, roast beef, pie, coffee, tea, Milo, vegetable pizza, pancakes with assorted vegetables. Lunch specials daily from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Chicken pilau, $25. Assorted lunch from $25 to $40. Soup specials and crab and dumpling. Delivery of food available. Dinner a la carte on the pavement from 6 p.m. until burgers, chicken sandwich, hot dogs, fries and chicken, nuggets, shrimp burger, gyros, and anything else you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your orders 7 days a week.
Trinity Lighting, 123 Western Main Road, St. James. Special on LED bulbs. Purchase 4 LED bulbs for $100, get 2 free. Trinity, they stock a wide variety of electrical supplies and specialize in light bulbs and parts for all your residential, commercial, marine, and medical fits. Remember, buy 4 LED bulbs for $100, get 2 free. 628-8373 or 622-6935. Check them out on Facebook, Trinity Lighting ETC Ltd. Or shop online at trinityetc.com. In the Miami area, contact them at 305-354-2033 or 305-932-0727. Remember, Trinity Lighting welcomes you to their main store, 123 Western Main, St. James.
Are you disappointed by astrologers and pundits? Then meet third generational Pandit Narasimha. He uses traditional methods and gives solutions in problems like marriage, relationship, love, business, job, health, and removes all negativity, black magic, bad luck permanently. Specialist in reuniting with your ex. Call Pandit Narasimha 359-3939. That's 359-3939.
Welcome to M&M Pharmacy. Strategically located next to Eastside Supermarket in Sangre Chiquito, Sangre Grande. For all your healthcare needs and much more, M&M Pharmacy will give you customer service like no other. Your health is your wealth. That's right.
Sell-Off Promotions and Beats by Robin present Mix Up Colors. Sunday, 2nd July at the River Ranch Arena. Stay tuned for more info.
Let's celebrate our mothers on May 14th at Fitzal's Luncheon and Dance. Roslyn Hall, 31 to 33, Ozenville Road, Tunapuna. Tickets only $400, all inclusive. Special guest artists, door prizes, big prizes for the best dressed mom and the oldest mom. Dress code in effect. Music by DJ Sunset George. From 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. For tickets and info, call 687-0419 or 782-2664. Bring mom and have a grand time at Fitzal's Mother's Day Luncheon and Dance.
Yeah, this is man Blackie. Every Thursday between 2 and 3 p.m. Big Yard Kaiso and Bacchanal with Dr. Hyde, Blackie, Big Show. Don't move. In the Big Yard Kaiso, 104.7 is his only station. That's Wheel Kaiso. We love tune, Dr. Hyde.
Express your love and appreciation for mom on her special day. With more love from More FM, we are giving away thousands of dollars in prizes just for your mom. The grand prize of a 3-night, 4-day stay at Le Chateau Tobago with airfare for 2 from A's Travel Services Limited, or a 2-night stay for 2 with all amenities at Tocopia Hotel and Lounge, or
4 tickets for Fitzal's Luncheon and Dance at Roslyn Hall.
And that's not all. Mom can also win Gen Care Day Spa vouchers. To enter, listen to More FM Monday to Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Call in with the access phrase, More Love for Mom. Then tell us one thing that your mom said or did that made an impact on your life. Winners will be chosen by random draw on Friday, 12th May, live on air. So keep listening and call in for your chance to win great prizes. More Love for Mom is sponsored by Le Chateau Tobago, A's Travel Services, Tocopia Hotel and Lounge, Smokehouse Terrace, Gen Care Day Spa, Fitzal Luncheon and Dance, John Ross Media Services, and CD Carroll Decor Rental. More Love for Mom.
Hot
Hunty's Fast Food and Catering Service is here to serve all their customers. We cater for weddings, functions, birthday parties, fetes, all-inclusive events, and more. And coming soon to shelves and supermarkets nationwide, their succulent garlic sauce, pepper sauce, and honey mustard.
What you do when you're feeling hungry? I don't know about you, but I love my Hunties. Yeah, what fries with crispy wings?
Yes, please.
Breastbone, yeah, dicey thing.
Yes, please.
My brother, my mother, and my auntie, all them love to eat his Hunties. Yeah, what fries with crispy wings?
Yes, please.
Breastbone, yeah, dicey thing.
Yes, please. Get in on the most delicious menu at Hunty's. 3 locations nationwide. 113 Old St. Joseph Road, corner of Church Street in Laventille. Number 1, Cipriani Street in Movo. And our newest location, 11th Street and 6th Avenue in Barataria. Open 7 days a week. Are you hungry? Then call us up 229-0812. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Hunty's Fast Food and Catering. Hunty's, where the food is always delicious.
Everybody's idea of home is different. So every mortgage should be unique, shaped around you, flexible to move and change as you do. RBC will come to you to get you started and stay by your side to help guide you every step of the way. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/home story and start your story today. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at RBC Caribbean.
At the castle, we just love moms.
I love you, Mommy.
And this Mother's Day, we're cooking up a storm with lots of tasty food. So forget about cooking. Let us fix dinner with a popular family meal. And lunch is a breeze with a snack box and the fish, chicken, and veggie sandwich combos. Oh yeah, and we've got the chicken and wing buckets, plus rotisserie meals, and of course, delicious sides. And it's all cooked with our nice local seasonings. Right?
Yummy.
So take a break and enjoy. Happy Mother's Day from Royal Castle.
Green Dot continues to deliver internet connectivity to a wide range of communities in Trinidad. With our combination fiber and wireless network, you get the service you need wherever you live. Stream your favorite shows, enjoy online tuition, stay in touch with your work team, and connect with friends and family with internet service at a price you can afford. As communities continue to grow, we continue to deliver. Call 224-GDOT or visit gd.tt today. Green Dot, improving and simplifying lives.
Looking to complete your home or business project? Well, the place is Michelin Hardware. We carry a large selection of roofing and plumbing supply, lumber, steel, water tanks, tools, and more. Get your sand, gravel, sand filled by the bag, yard or load. No one beats our prices. Visit us at M&R Building, number 97, Eastern Main Road, Aruka, or call 646-2144. WhatsApp 327-7761. Michelin Hardware.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join Andy Williams, Michael Kerr, and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team on M1047, as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday on M104.7 FM. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only
on the Ground Report.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
What? This
Thy kingdom come on earth, thine will be done on earth. All the way be thy name.
Oh boy, 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 oh boy. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Time check. It's 17 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. Yours truly, the pitbull of radio, Lennox Smith, Michael Kerr, Director Cuff. And you the people out there, and your thousands of you out there. Good morning to you. Good morning to all maxi taxi drivers, PH drivers, bus drivers, truckers. Good morning to you, panel vans, all transportation. That locks on to the Ground Report. A pleasant good morning to you. All the bars, all the businesses, all the homes, and all of you that are look on to us too on Real Media TT on Facebook, Real Media TT on YouTube. So just Real Media TT on either or, and you're going to get us. So send a link to your family members that are fellow Trinbagonians that are living out there in the diaspora, whether it's Europe or the Caribbean, whether it's Canada or North America or South America. So they'll be informed of exactly the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth of what's going on in our country. So you need to, so that link for them getting in and hearing what you hearing and learning what you learning and being a part of what you are a part of is simple. Real Media TT on Facebook or on YouTube. Real, R-E-A-L. Media, M-E-D-I-A, and just T-T. Not Trinidad and Tobago, just T-T. On Facebook, on YouTube, and you're inside. Yes. Mr. Pleasant good morning to all senior citizens. A pleasant good morning to you. To the physically challenged, disabled people, a pleasant good morning to you. Not forgetting our sister Isle Tobago. Our brothers and sisters in Tobago, a pleasant good morning to you. Good morning to all our loyal listeners, callers, well-wishers. Good morning to all our critics. A pleasant good morning to all our haters. A pleasant good morning to all negative people, bad mind people. And one day, God go get them kind of thing out to all you. And when all start to watch all ourselves as being responsible for the direction in the way the country is going, because we want to pick Indian or African, we want to pick Hindu or Christian or Muslim, that race thing, that religion thing, when at the end of the day we feeling it, nobody should have the opportunity to do us what it is Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley and his government is doing us. Not PNM, not UNC, nobody. And we have to make sure that even if you support the PNM or you support the UNC, in which I do, I support the UNC. I don't tell people to vote UNC. I just tell people I support UNC, and I tell people why I support UNC and why I vote in UNC. And then I just start to tell them, well, when UNC was in power, I just had to buy stationery books for my children. And then PNM come in power and I had to pay $2,500 to $3,000 per child for school books. Well, you know how the system was. Get laptops. My grandmother, she's a PNM, she get pension raised twice, 500 by 500. Many of the people that frying chicken, PNM people, that frying chicken, flipping burger, or walking Subway or something. The UNC had raised minimum wage twice. Look at the minimum wage, this PNM government, and I was a PNM. That was tell you, I wake up, I smell the coffee. And if the UNC game problem, them had to go to. Look at the thing the people do. They raise down. What make me like them? You see the land issue? Them always gain people house. Look at them houses them was giving away now, boy. When them was in a boy, playing people was getting house, land, putting in place for landless people, boy. Developing the lands and organizing and doing that, and that is what brought Bill me fighting for squatters. Because when I see the rich people squatting, going with real estate land, and a squatter, a poor man go squat just to organize a like house. A house, yeah, people say it's against the law. It's correct, but it's against the law that the government, in putting things in place, having an agency called AGC, knowing land is power, and the PNM never want to get black people land power. They're always breaking down people's homes. And I realize, for those of you who know we're in the story, them come to break we homes down in Bagatelle and environs. Break down all we home there to put up stadium and all them kind of thing. They didn't reach my part yet. I started a fight early. I would have been my mother would have been in phase 2. That was phase 1 for that Savannah thing that mash up sports, mash up the youth ceremony, block the line on now. It had no way to harness the energy. They put that stadium and you had to pay $10 to go in. Right there, all you know the northern Savannah in Bagatelle right there. Green Hill Village area there. For who you know. To the end down there so. Like we're going to Blue Basin. And I see the breaking down and all of we up in there was PNM is PNM people. Ken Valley was alive. Ken Valley, this is Ken Valley, tell me what was going on. Part to do with that. Ken Valley tell me was Andre Montai, PNM financer or treasurer back then or wherever, and that the development that they're going and organizing the breaking people, Ken Valley show me everything on the law. He didn't like it, but he had to stand up with Rowley was there in meetings that we had in the Martin Junior Sec. Call him in birth and to see boy. Oh God boy, after I witness how wicked them people is from since back then. The same two wicked men boy. One is prime minister, one is finance minister boy. And today I end up here now. Had to be fighting the fight, but not only for lands without them two brothers they stink, but for the people of Trinidad and Tobago on the rights to our money, and we must be able to live better. And if we put people there, it must be able to make our lives easier. In 8 years, that may make we life easier, boy. Oh God, boy, things are hard. So Trinidad and Tobago, I experienced it with Dr. Rowley and Coleman Bird. That is why I'm so persistent. Their destruction and their destructive ways and the non-caring ways is that what make me lead the PNM. When I see the breaking we PNM up in Bagatelle and regularizing the Indians in the bamboo, I say, what? I say, but PNM like Indian too. But they're always telling me Indian ain't good. Best Indian is a dead one. When we campaigning, they're thief. They're not trustworthy. Don't get no Indian no chance to run to have that treasury. But the African had the treasury so long, and look at the mess. And I being real, the little time that one Indian Pandey, two Indian Kamala, in Adihem, which is Trinidad and Tobagonians, anyhow they are Trinbagonians, right? Indian is from India, African is from Africa. We don't live there. We here, we Trinbagonians. Don't give me back about roots and roots. Well, all right, you want to go for the roots? Just buy a ticket up on a plane and go there. If they would even take you in the country as an Indian. Stupid set of people. Or as an African. So to make a long story short, these two brothers was always, and then I realized what's good too, what's in PNM cabinet. They say there's black people government. Heinz is the only black man they have a powerful position, Heinz. And he's one of the dumbest, or is the dumbest national security minister ever in this country. And Rowley themselves batting for he. But when you watch the power brokers and the PNM and the government right now, they hear like Wole. Yeah, Stuart Young. Yeah, he's a black Chinese. Faisal Wari, he's a black Indian mix, Irani something. So he say, who else? Freckle face, Stuart Young, this, all the power wings, call him in both. What? Oh God, all they know them, all they know all the thing they ain't seen, no, it's no black man. Then there is after now, when they out of government, PNM only, a teaching only where this go and only go learn the tricks. I was a PNM. When they out of government, remember, Indian is the worst. Indian is worse. That is what teacher you do. They support your own. When they're in government, and like how they're showing earlier, the top set of brass in government is not African people. It's the same Indian, Chinese, this, that running is the top brass, right? Here what the PNM go come and tell earlier after that. They used to teach me go here what they tell earlier. That is to show earlier, we are not a racial government. We mix. We mix. But UNC and them just be mixed too. You see the African, the thing. And anytime I see people only always justifying them kind of thing, because the damn under vibes, the under kind of racial division for political purposes vibes, that is their vibes, that is all they have. They can't win an election saying that the people of Trinidad and Tobago have good roads. They can't win an election saying that the systems in Trinidad and Tobago are working. They can't win an election saying they did a good job in national security when the national security minister already said that he work. Them can't say they could win elections saying that they pick a good police commissioner and they're doing the things right. They can't say that they could win elections because forget sidetracked. That the hospitals and system in order, and that people getting their surgeries, whether it be cataract or all the major surgeries that people need to get, that game pour off and is a year after they could get it, and this whole thing. They can't win elections on that. Come on, man, only please. They can't say at this point in time, coming back to you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, that they can win an election based on job creation, job opportunities. They can't say they win an election, they could win an election based on how they treat public servants. That with the public servants, they get them a 4%, but yet still with the 4%, they still can't get them the money yet. How much raise negotiations are they think? They're not workers friendly. Here, why they can't say that? They was the ones encouraging the private sector and even in government. People try to force people to take a Mexican a choke. This PNM government force people to take a choke. Today, 3 years after, or 2 years going after, and something going to 3. You see now people who was normal dropping like flies, dying. And most of the people you seen drop like flies, take that joke, take that injection. What could they tell you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago? This PNM, this Rowley, wicked, Colin and Bert, PNM. For you, the people, to get them back a chance. That we black together. But we black together and we suffering, you know. Them black too, them is suffering with we too. They don't suffering with we too, well, alright. How many watch at it? While the PNM will continue to ban the UNC, like if the UNC have been in power for all these years. It only had two UNC in this country. Abbas Joe Pande UNC for 5 years, and a Kamala UNC. Abbas Joe Pande UNC, you the people of Trinidad and Tobago, you the people on East-West Corridor, let's think I was a PNM. Let's check it good. There's facts. Oh God, facts. What before the Abbas Joe Pande era, it was Robinson. We treat Robinson like a dog, and Robinson had any choice after the PNM totally destroyed the country? After Williams dead, Chambers thing, then the loss to the United the National Alliance for Reconstruction, the NAR, where everybody united. That with the 33 came in. Understand? I didn't used to be in politics. My politics begin when this my own wicked PNM come and breaking our homes and Bagatelle environs. While I see big shot people are being awarded state lands that they're supposed to make available for all of us. The big shots getting it put in their malls. Getting bank to get them loan 100 million, 200 million based on the land deed or lease they get for 100 years, 200 years. Then they building their stores. And then you the people who them have your land had to organize and pay them 20,000, 25,000 a stall or a booth in the malls that have been building on our lands. I give you the people of Trinidad and Tobago history so you'll understand my fight is not about race. My fight is not about division. My fight is about learning, understanding, and wanting a better Trinidad and Tobago and leaving a legacy here for my children, my grandchildren, my family, you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Paul Robinson, when he come, he had to go IMF. He had to say introduce VAT. He had to bring back this country after PNM destroy this country. What's made? We used to get. I was going to school. When Robbie come in, before that we used to get school feeding. We used to get book grandis. When Robbie come, Robbie had to cut that in my mind. That is why after Robbie, people vote back PNM. Because in my mind, oh God, Robinson wicked. I did not know better. I was uninformed. And in my mind, Robinson wicked. And PNM is the better government. And this and that. Not knowing. If I was thinking I knew. That is the PNM destroy it, and Rowley Robinson had no choice, boy. That man had also come hard to build back this country after PNM done destroy everything, like what they're doing right now. Oh God, 20-something years past, and you telling me we get back a PNM to send we right back before Robinson time, and you ever hurtful. Kamala Papsadi says if she's to win the next election, them done destroy everything. You know, she now will be put in Robinson's seat, in Robinson's position. And the youths who uninformed and people who uninformed, and let me say she had to take harsh measures to build back the country. You know, they will be, in their mind, will be saying the UNC wicked and the PNM didn't used to move so. Not understanding is the PNM bring it to that a second time. I talk to you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, a little different today. So you all will think a little bit. Think about yourselves. After Robinson do we had to do, remember in everybody book, Robbie bad, Robbie do this, Robbie do that. Robbie had also do all of that after PNM destroy everything, you know. Robinson come in, the man build back the country. We the people put back the thing in the PNM hands. Manning do good, he was still a better man than this man here. If Manning could come back from the dead, give me back he. This Rowley, he different. This man is not a nice fella. I encountered him in my younger days. And today is the same man are fighting for justice for poor people. The equality that going on in this country. And I always stick to land. PNM don't like to get we the people, black people, land. Pack we in a house. Give we a half lot. Pack we in where you call like them building will have plenty people like Shafford Court Complex, Lennox Smith. Where's call them building again? Man. Yeah. Pack we in them building, all you know what I'm talking about. Give the lands to the rich. Like all them give a good example. All the land is power, you know. This PNM government want to be breaking squatters in this country. People who have no choice because they're not providing the main thing, which is land. Not for us. Because how many homes AGC homes give out? And how many lands that they have given out for in lots for poor people since? No. They have been giving out land in acres for the rich. Acres. One of the ones that I will never forget, and it's in my brain, is the one in Aripo side of the Arima. 1,100 acres of fertile, nice land. But here what? It has minerals under it, blue stone and this and that. And a company who attached to a company, I forget the company name, a PNM company, a PNM financer company. Them get that. They say that for farming. 1,100, and look how long, right? That is about 6-7 years ago. All right, you talking that real value. The contract in which they get them for that land, does it have any clause where after 5 years, if they don't put juice on that land that they get, that 1,100, X amount of food based on the value and the amount of land, If they don't produce it, they will lose the land. We know only not doing that. Only if we stop with our poor people who go in and squat and all of that. And only keep advantaging poor people. That 1100, 6-7 years now. Look at that place ain't produce nothing to add to our GDP or to help you in any way when it comes to the cost, the high food prices. But that big business, that big company who get 1100 acres of land have nothing to show for why they get that. Because if it's we land, it must be on the basis of, well, it's agriculture, and they will add how much of pounds of tomatoes, or how much of pounds of lettuce, or how much of bananas, or fig, or fig and bananas, or plantain, or moko. Tell me, all right, sheep, how much sheep going and add to the market, whereby it have a deduction in the food prices. Give you an idea of the cost, because the end of the day, whoa, you remember we gave you the land. Remember when you produce, you gotta give we back something. You can't get we land for free. Just the same way plenty of them malls and them how we land and build. Look South Park Mall down South Day. What the Rohal them have? That we on. All more Pennywises and Shagonas all day. That we lands. What is wrong with weedy people at Trinidad and Tobago, boy? Them people giving away all we think to the rich people. Ain't putting provisions in place like what the UNC had, and that is why they support them. Land for the landless policy, where you will develop it, make sure it have proper drainage, the sewage, the this, the that, organize, lot out the damn lands, give people 100 by 50, them kind of small thing, where they can have a backyard to do planting, agriculture. That will help bring down the cost of living and food. Encourage people. Right there in HGC, it have that same thing I tell earlier. It was there. And then you would have to pay for the land, yes. But at a very, very, very small cost. That would have been added to a loan that you could have been able to go to TMF to organize. And you would have been getting, in order for you not to build shanty tongues, put up galvanized thing, wherever, you would have been getting a opportunity to pick from about 4 or 5 different plans, map, yeah, map, house plan. So a house draw this way, all right, design. You're getting your design and your everything, all of that. You tell me PNM meet that, and PNM like African people enough to implement that? No, you know why? Because some of the lands that could have been given out to us, they gain it away to one people in acres, 1,000 acres, 1,100 acres. Oh God, boy, how much all you want? How much all the people really want, boy? And only few poor people and people out there stupid. And then when people run, look at the I seeing shut up car, somebody get shooting car, one dead thing, and this thing gonna get worse. It will get worse. Basio Pandey had the one late time on the PNM. We always catch we aunt, uncle, Nenen, and always had a fight. I was a PNM, I tell you, he had the time. The late time Basio Pandey had the country one better. We get the opportunity to buy 4 new cars. Things was implemented to make things easier on poor people. The man walk. It was one term. PNM boom come back. Moral and spiritual values. Where right Manning come back. And them had the issues. The same Rowley bring down Manning. Off a Calder Heart. Warning your own thing, not knowing Calder Heart. Not knowing the same man. Warning him because he people who supposed to eat food. I'm not saying Elias at all and them. I ain't saying NH International. I'm not saying that. Because he have plenty friends. I know one of his friends is NH because he mentioned that and all them thing. But because he people at that point, back then, get blank or wasn't going to eat nothing. The 1% that always had Rowley, Petticoat, start a push and die so Manning at the call election. Because Rowley had he 1% and the Manning had he set. But Rowley now was willing to get the whole country to the mafia. Manning did not and was not willing to. Rowley come by and this man get, you ain't see, he really end up the political leader, the PNM thing, the big mafia in the PNM get rid of Manning, right? This man say he hit him a sprayed blow because he was put out of the parliament, stroke, boom, after that the man gone. Then this man still, Manning's son ungrateful and wicked too. Brand Manning is to me, if I have a son like that, I say he's a dog. I will say my son is a dog. After that man do my father, all of that, I serving under this man, boy. Serving under even if I get in, boy, I might play hypocrite. Reaching. When I reach day, I don't get voting day. I'd be do the honorable thing and start to organize and stand up for what is right. Live your father name if your father is a good man. Yeah, you're done there. But no, you want to be a leader too. You're there, you quiet. You eating our food, you shut up. When everybody think, believe Manning kill your father. Rowley, well, not literally, not physically, but with some kind of obia, kind of spirit lash kind of scenes. There's Rowley's, the talk is that all them maxi them will come there and run Manning. Them yellow band that bring people. The talk is them maxi come from the west. It's the west. Down in the west there, Carnard side. They go. And running Manning like a dog out of there. It's the west that come from. Who you feel orchestrated? Brand Manning. Boy, you are disgrace to your father, boy. I mean, and even if you get in your money, where all the fellas want, you have money, you could live. What is the big problem to stand up for people? On truth, having the power you have is a constituency you have behind you. And you have money. Boy, I could go on and on and on to you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Basio Pandey serve was good. Manning come back. Manning wasn't bad, but he had to go. He was coming with all kind of smelter and this and that, and he started to get trouble. And then Rowley and the 1% and them started to go at him. He started to pop buildings to stop the renting. Remember, the rental mafia is a very serious thing within the PNM. See, Alwaria, 2 buildings are renting from the government or more. We'll get tied up. And then after Manning, we come and we have Kamala Prasad Bisesa. So I just need to give you all the history. And it's facts that the woman government work where everybody was working. That milk grant, boy pension, ole pension raise. These people and them settle over 90 something wage negotiations. Boy, I on radio years and I telling only I never used to be hearing. And the pitbull, it had no water in this area. It was hardly getting any calls with no water and water problem. The next thing I saw we wasn't going through. Oh God, boy! Right now I get 2 shock. It's $950 a shock. And I had to buy back a tire. 2 tire, in fact. $550 by $550. We never had problem with road potholing road and road bad, so. Oh God, when the rainy season do come in too, the water go hide them pothole. When we thinking we go just be hearing BAP! Shock bus, tag on, rim bend. We then use all them thing under the Kamala them. That navigation school education system was going real good. The country was going real good. Oh, come on now, man. Other than the alleged set of old talk, corruption talk, this one pointed that one because they're hungry, they want to get in government, and them come in government, and them, I mean, so all be smart now. Don't be smart for people. Be smart for yourselves. Because the people only being smart for them life in order. If them other get a surgery today, them do other park up and wait a year and something too before they can get the surgery at the general hospital or at Mount Hope or however. They just organize, flip the card, and they go from other back their insurance because they have money to pay insurance every month. So they organize, they go to West Shore, this, that, and if it is they in like they, them have money, them fly out, they go Miami, they go wherever, and them go to the best because they know that they are part of the government and they're making all the money, and that we healthcare system here is our asshole. We healthcare system here in a total mess. It's a real asshole. And yet still we all debating by all the debate we're going with all the pocket na jen. That debate I want to know. If you're fighting me about UNC and why I come in telling nobody vote UNC, but I just tell you why I will be able to fight me about it. Just tell me, well, why you support? And you was a PNM. I will be able to pinpoint all the things, and you all will be able to see for yourself that all what pinpoint is facts. Because we lived it, we was there. We live it. And then I would just want to ask you back something. Why you support the PNM? And could you just give me the facts to live to? Just give me the facts. Why you support the PNM? What you going to tell me? Road good? Education good? Crime all right? What you going to tell me? And they had to support one of your own boys, African. That way you going to tell me, boy? I hungry, boy, I catching my tail. Things getting harder, and you go tell me. You can't tell me why to support the PNM again. Tell me why I could. Tell me. Tell me something enticing and nice that will make me want to support the PNM. Tell me something. Right now with our lands developing under the Land for the Landless program, for PNM doing that, if that tell me now, so I go say, hey, look, one thing they're doing, boy, yes, look, they're developing 50 acres or 5,000 acres of land here for homes of people. It will have, there'll be bigger space, and right, I say nice. And if you check in this part of the country, because we have to do in phases, the PNM, we have to do it in phases. The roads in this part of the country is good. And we's coming to this part. Tell me what they're doing that could make you as a citizen vote back PNM, boy. Other than what we black together, we may be black together. All are we black? But my pocket ain't blue like them own. If we pockets was blue together, then I could say, well, right. So we just black together. My pocket now instead red. Now it's about $1. Eh? And then I must what? What really going on with Trinbagonians, boy? I go and open the lines, but before I open the lines, boy, I'm feeling real depressed for this country. This country, you could feel the heaviness, you could feel the weight of hopelessness. This country in trouble. And how long now? Long before First and all. Before we born, we hearing about what politicians and what people doing we. And we, generations dying, and we coming from younger and getting older. And none of us want to make stands like myself, Mikey K, or many other people, stalwarts out there, that willing to fight for country and have a change, not fight for no party, but fight for country. And none of us ain't willing to do that. They're still going on the race. And look how long we hearing what's going on. We grew up in it, we seen it. We just listen to calypsos that telling we about things way back 30 years ago. People still had water problems. Trillions spent from 30 years ago to now on the same water, and we still have problem. Understand corruption, the thieving, they're not doing what they have to do right. And we encouraging, as Rowley say, slow moderation. We leave them at a slow pace to continue breaking the law, doing what we want to do, and supporting because who black and who this and who that. We do it until it reaches our parliament. It's in all over. All over. So before I open the lines, a man that is a true soldier at this country and always fight genuinely. Sometimes the people used to say, he crying here, for still crying, he crying here, crying there. He have a message for you. You the people of Trinidad and Tobago. May he rest in peace. Did he forestall himself?
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Judgment in I love you still. Mommy, when will it end? Tell me, how did we come this way? Oh, my Trinidad and Tobago. Whilst the nation still hope and pray, the devil busy, I say. Oh, my Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, no, no, I'm feeling the pain for you, mama. Revelation strikes at your corner. Still we are holding on. Your children have lost their way, fighting for survival each day. Oh no, no, going from dawn till dawn. What is happening to my country? Every day is a sacrifice. Blood flowing like water daily. Lives could be lost at any price. The anthem is now a whisper. Some don't care to stand when it play. The lawless is now in control, so the good folks going away. Oh, my Trinity, strange signs all around we are. The hills are alive in a different way.
Sing, Fosto, sing.
Could we rise again, come what may? Yeah. Oh, the mighty dollar. Now cast a spell of uncertainty. Oh, my Trinidad and Tobago. You see, when the rich is getting richer, the poor must remain empty. Oh, my Trinidad. Know that and Tobago. I say, oh, no, no, people bawling for pain and hunger, inflation, cost of living higher. Can't get no daily bread. So the youth them on top the hill, somehow their bread basket don't fill. Oh no, no, so they turn to crime instead. The arms of the state disappointed, still their salaries are daunted. Large increase in the fiscal budget, oil money reach an all-time high. Don't buy no jet for so much of money, when the hospitals are in need. Poor people at everyone's mercy, so the hill reacting indeed. Oh no, 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 no. Yeah, the people cry, yeah, yeah, yeah. The hills are alive in a different way. Them who take in we money must pay for it dearly one day. Could we rise again, come what may? Yeah. How could we truly excel in the midst of all this suffering? Oh my Trinidad. No, 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 no. And Tobago. Tell me. Like shadow say poverty is hell, so it seems like the devil is king. Oh my Trinidad, oh my Trinidad and Tobago. No, 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 no. Cocaine and guns in the heart of the ghetto is what we sow, we shall reap tomorrow. Who are we going to blame? Even school children doing crime, well that is a sign of the time. Oh my lord, have we now gone insane? Whilst we kill, we own one by one. Skyscrapers going up in town. Chinese laborers at the core. This new city some shall see no more. So we have to hold on to CPEP 10 days and must to get along. Scraping the bottom of the barrel with all this money in town. My Lord, the hills are alive in a different way. You have to do more for the people. Better wages to ease we struggle. Could we rise again come what may? In this abundance of wealth, still the poor people cannot cope. Oh my Trinidad and Tobago, it is a stark reality. So much have given up hope. Oh my Trinidad, oh my Trinidad and Tobago. Oh my, oh no, oh no. Some turn to vagrants in the city. Homeless children begging, have mercy, Lord. Child abuse have risen again. Look like Jean and Dinah come back in tongue. The girls and them singing the song. To survive by any means necessary, dignity gone down the drain. Some say the leaders have failed to do right for one and for all. When there is an imbalance of the scale, then the writing is on the wall. If you ignore the plight of the people, well, the devil shall intervene. It's only divine intervention. I hope you know what I mean. Well, is it true that God is a Trinity with all these crimes in sweet La Trinity? No, no. The hills are alive in a different way.
Population go, run control, girl control.
And is it true we have all this money in this land of so much poverty? No, no. The Lord is my shepherd, come what may, yeah. To you the powers that be, hear the cries of the people you see. All this wealth and nothing for we. No, 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 no. Because of living is too high. This little money the poor can't buy. Oh my, oh my. Why? There must be a way. There must be a way. There must be a way to help the people today. I say there must be a way. There must be a way. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. From Genesis to Revelation, in my Father's house are around many mansions. To take care of 1.3 million natural resources, He made provision to feed this nation. Look, we have oil and gas, it's Lake and Mars, and Calypso, Chutney and Limbo. When there is no poverty, crime would decline naturally. Then we could live in harmony. My holy Trinity, I love you, mama. I love you, mommy, yeah. My Trinity. Thank you.
I say no more Trinidad because the lines are open. Morning caller. Oh boy. Good morning caller.
Andy, morning, Takarigo. Lennox, morning,
Lennox doing something. Lennox, you're wrong, but you go ahead.
All right, now listen, first thing. The PNM party is about backward ever and forward never. Anything you tell them, even recently with the child molestation thing, they carry that right back to Manohar Ramsaran and Bazio Pandi. They continue to live in the past. So when anybody call and tell everybody two parties the same, I mean, you can show them clearly what you're talking about. They keep going backwards. Kamla philosophy is forward ever, backward never. Straightforward. Now let me tell you something. Stuart Young and Alvary and them fellas, They never fall for that crap Eric Williams was talking, you know. They was outside of that. That is why they're taking full advantage of the rest of them in the cabinet, including Rowley. They listen to that nonsense. As Mikey just tell you when the election comes. They just tell PNM give me this, PNM give me that. The two teeth I have in my mouth, PNM give me that too. Right? So they've been coming out of that. In America, Ronald Reagan was a Democrat. When he sees the entire country, you know, when he come out, he joined the Republicans. He become president of the country. Donald Trump is the same thing. He was a Democrat, and when he realized them ain't going away, he come out, he go on the Republicans. He become the president of the country, and he seemed like he headed to be president again. So, forget that people were Andy. Remember they put in their head there. It can't come out. Talk about Kamala, what she doing, and leave them. I just tell people that, you know, if they like what Kamala doing, they will follow. If they don't like it, they won't follow. As she say, whatever get gone, whoever want when I come Prime Minister, just don't take it. So why the PNM people, it's either you follow or you don't follow. And something I was to tell you, yes, boy. Oh, Kamala has never shown, or nobody in that DLP, when she whole thing from the inception, has never shown that they inclined to go the way of the PNM. So when you say Kamala and them doing the same thing, you will talk out. You don't need to say that. They have never shown that. And from the old days since the DLP time, and you ever know about that. The French Creole and Syrian used to support the DLP, you know, because Albert Gomes was in the party. When Albert Gomes leave Trinidad and he got everything changed up. And they bring a fella called Capilio. He mashed up the whole scenario. Is he leaving Janzi and born too? Right? So that's why the country like, but we don't want to go back in the past. We want to stay in the future here. If they're so sure themselves, as my killer say, call the election and let me see what we want. But they're afraid to call it because they know they're going to lose. That's straightforward. They're not going to tell you that too. Or they'll be wrong and all on the ground, you know. I on the ground to like this. Imagine Heinz and you listen to this. Give me half a minute again. Imagine Heinz here, he requested a report from the police commissioner. An oral report. I was delivered to him. Orally. So we do. We receive that. In the mouth. Can't be in the hand if it's an oral report. So hear the crap this man talk. And nobody ain't pick up on that. You requested an oral report. So the commissioner gives somebody a report and they go and tell Heinz this. And then they come back and tell Heinz. In this day and age, we swallowing that. Come now, man, and you only pick up on these things.
Thank you very much. What's on your front burner? One of the things that flying is the shooting up of that car in Madras in Telena side. And as we tell you all, down to your kids will end up target whoever wrong when they come for whoever they're going for. Will feel the brunt. The innocent fella there in Santa Cruz. He just went to sit down. Everybody know the man. He was wrong. In them bandit book, he's the friend of the people, whoever they went for. And they want to make sure, well, when they turn the back, he and all mightn't want to fire back at them who had thing. Because they don't know. But they know who they was going for. But to make sure it had no weakness, no way, no story left to be turned. Other than dumb cameras that still don't help nobody. But you still have to identify this and that and come on now, man. No weakness. And they go reach so many other people's homes, yeah. Somebody listen right now and it could be how big in society. The crime gonna knock on your door. And it might be somebody you unexpected to pick up an unexpected. Just by they maybe just went to the grocery. And that is what they meant going at that point. Going to the gym. And that man was heading there. For some reasons. Don't get tired up. Morning caller.
Morning, Andy Lennox, my skin comes. Just imagine Mr. Ferguson scrap iron industry is in danger again. Just imagine. All you give the government, give the man an ultimatum. All you tell him within a year or 6 months, he will be back in business. Imagine this. The man business can't even start yet. And he's waiting and he want to proceed with his business. 92 containers still on the port. Not checked as yet. The man, when you watch him and when he talking, you see like the tears want to come out, like the tears want to flow in his eyes. He asking people now to come out. But you must remember, Mr. Ferguson, where were you when we all over marching and wanting to help and wanting people to come out? Where were you at that point in time? You were nowhere wrong. But now you're asking for people to come out. I always said before that the scrap iron, the hierarchies and them, it belongs to them. That is what they want, and they will give you pressure and add on more pressure, because you know what? They don't want the black man to have that. They don't want the poor people to have that, because they know this industry is a money-making thing and they could do good. They don't want that for you, Mr. Ferguson. So I wish you all the best. And I want to say, when you want something, you have to fight for it. But the black man, the poor man, gets nothing. Imagine this, you have a family, you try to build up a little thing to sell your Camden ball, to sell your sugar cake and your little red mango. They come and they break you down. You join us to get a little money to help your family to survive. They say, no. That is wrong. They take it, we say nothing. You're doing all kind of thing in this country to help your family to survive. They don't want that for us. They don't want that. What we will do again? A poor man, look, the scrap iron. Just imagine the scrap iron. You're going, you're begging. People giving you the little old stove and little thing. You're taking it. You're trying to make something of yourself. They don't want that. Like this government wants us to be like Guyana, Jim Jones time. What the hell wrong with this government? We cannot survive under this government, and they have to go. They have to go now. I get up damn legs this morning. I can't take it no more, you know. I can't take it. They're overdoing it. They want us like squat now. But we have to stand strong. We have to stand strong. We have our family. We have to stand strong for the children, the generation to come. We have to hold it up. I'm holding it up, and I'm going strong. I have to hold on. This is damn stupidness now. Or you have to get out. People suffering. They're suffering too much under all the government. Oh God, and people ain't seeing that. People ain't seeing that like my blasted blood brother. He not seeing the wickedness this government doing to us. He not seeing that. He talking a set of blah blah every day. But my brother, you should fall like them. I tell you that. Your blood sister tell you that. All of them are wicked.
Good morning, caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Morning, Andy, again here. This is Mova Defender here.
Hey, Mova Defender. Go ahead, Mova Defender.
Yeah, I understand mother pain and she cry. I hear anything she. I how I just feel every day. But you know I call to tell mother she shouldn't be shocked. That Prime Minister said who live, who dead. So why we worry? Why we studying? Oh, they saying nothing. Imagine I call the Google, because we don't call him no pastor. I call he when the Prime Minister walk off on the media, when the media ask him for a comment on crime. That's Google saying wrong place, wrong time. So I call to ask him, when is the right place, right time? When we done dead? So I understand mother pain this morning. I understand. Right? And I know I understand again too. Manning warn we. He warned we, but we didn't listen. But when the Prime Minister stand up on the platform and say, the last man come out of Parliament, you see what happened to me, PNM people clap. It have videos with PNM people clapping when the man said that, because he living close to Lekito. Right? So I'm not surprised at what's going on in this land. Right? Because look at the front page this morning. 3 murders. A 12-year-old girl fighting for her life. A 3-year-old girl escaped gunshot in St. Helena. But no hierarchy. Standing up and saying, boy, enough is enough, let we do something, let we come together. Nobody making no comments. But you know what will stop crime? If we take away the security. If we call for taking away the security, so they will face it every day like how we face it without security. But nobody is standing up. Nobody is standing up. But don't worry. We go show them how to do it again.
Thank you. More for defender. Good morning, caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Good morning, Andy Tunapuna here in the ground report and members of the 104.7 family. Andy, that lady took it on one of my contributions this morning. Ferguson, where the hell were you and your supporters when all these demonstrations, you're talking about almost 1,000 people in that industry. Where were you all? Never see all you. You never appeal to them to come out and whatnot. You had redemption thing, what it was. Big set. 14,000 people. They had to turn back people. Yeah? You don't see them appearing in no demonstration. You have already in point 14. These people and them celebrating, Andy. Yeah? This is what they want, wine and charm. So hell was the issue that are those who were fighting. That's what I'm pointing at. The ground report and the few supporters and them and whatnot. Going to stand up in defense of the PNM and the wrongdoing to this country. And let me tell you something, my brother. Winston Bailey, the mighty shadow, sang poverty is hell. Winston Henry, the explainer, all is Winston, saying we cannot continue like this, and what the kicks in Parliament. Winston Scarborough, the first two, just sing that song there about oh my Trinidad. You know what happened? All 3 of them is dead now. And hear the song and hear the cry that these fellas sing to this nation. And people still can't get off their backside to come out and protest and demonstrate. And let me get rid of this government. And you know what's more frightening to me, boy? You remember this thing that I talk out, you recuse yourself? Because when you have some personal interest and something to benefit from?
Yeah.
Andy, you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
All right, let me show you something. The Law Association, the new president is Lynette Sibaran Sweet. She was supposed to meet, well, all of them they talk about having a new formula for appointing people for silk and whatnot. However, she recused herself from the discussion. Well, because her mother died and she had a funeral. But she recused herself from meeting with the Attorney General and other members of the Law Association. But you know something, Andy? She is one who is listed to get into silk. Reginald Armour was one who earlier o'clock said that they have to review this system of how they are awarding silk to these lawyers and them. And plenty of them is juniors. The point I'm making, Andy, to you, if you are the president of the Law Association and they award you silk, although you haven't received it yet, but they say they're going to do it at a later date, won't you call out your membership and say, here what, you see, we're not accepting this because there's a proposal there and it have a matter at the court by Israel as to how they should go about this. A new formula for awarding silk based on integrity, your your service, how good you perform, the cases you fight, and all these kind of things about that. Nothing has been done. But here what? You, Lynette Sibaram Sweet, going to collect the rewarded for silk. And I mean, they be fool itself. All of them is a bunch of jokers because here what? Recusal is when you have something to benefit from. You recuse yourself. But here what? You line up to receive silk. So Andy, let me tell you something, brother. It's a real battle all you're putting up here. A real battle, and with the callers and them like myself. We helped fading Andy. I 71 years. But we still standing up and putting out our effort. But these young, strong bitches on them especially. Look at all them UV students and them who go through all this oppression. All these people who have career, who have degree, and they can't get work at it. You seen any of them coming out? But let you we had a fete. They'll jump back. All them students, all the things. All them carnival fete and whatnot and things. You see anybody showing any interest and they really to come out and say, well, look.
But then the big question is their own parents making the, showing them the interest, bringing them into the interest, showing them the interest. That's like how some people go hear the program based on granny and mommy, them listening to the Ground Report, so some used to know about the Ground Report. But the parents and all of the UE, I could never see in UE Day that all them UE students and them, so much of them, Afro-Indian, that none of them is standing up for their own future, and that their parents is letting them know, why this is going on, let us stand up or let us stand up. I am telling you, their non-participation is because their parents not encouraging them on the right thing or giving them that motivation.
But the point is, Andy, all you as young students, all you have is college, institute, or in a university, you want to ask your parents to tell you that. Why the parents, as you say, you're right. But at the same time, when all you graduate, you see what's going on? The professors and them ain't getting paid. They ain't getting salary. They're holding back exams and all kind of things. The problem all they experience, they're reducing the amount of entry into university. They're cutting back on some of the faculties and whatnot. And all you won't come outside there, Andy. When all you graduate and all you have all the degree and whatnot, you can't get work. You have to do all kind of different work apart from where you graduate for. Or you have to leave the country. And Andy, let me tell you something. Last night I was watching a program. And here a man, some economists and accountants and whatnot, lawyers, and with David Lee and them, a couple of them. And they were talking about people who migrate in. And here what they say, it's not only a brain drain, Andy. It's not only a brain drain that the technocrats and they live in this country. Here what he said, businesses closing down. Instead of we attract foreign business to come to Trinidad, the business people is taking their money out of the country and going and invested in other countries. So you not only have a brain drain, you have a financial drain. Because these people not investing their money, then they leave in the country. So understand what is going on. Kid Rowley and them don't care about it. It's a bunch of dunce there up there. Look at the police commissioner and all of them. And let me tell you something, Roger Gaspard. You're playing the damn fool now, You're playing the damn fool. I'm telling you straight as it is. I'm losing all confidence, all hope in you. I thought you would have stand out as a beaten. Because they're pushing you under the bus still, because with this Thomas issue. The AG is saying that the DPP who gave permission, and you ain't coming out and saying that. Do this. Excuse me, language, there's a jackass in this country. Outside, people be watching me and laughing, You hear sometimes when they're American, when they're Yankees and them calling on the program, and say, what is all you're doing? All you just sitting down and taking this thing, calling every day on the radio station and did blah, 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 thing? If 14,000 people could have come out for redemption, you tell me we can't get 14 or 15 or 20,000 people to come out and to protest on the street and let me flood the blasted place, shut down the country? No, but you see, we don't want to come out and do that. Another state is people that say, I racial, I don't care what they ask, nobody think about me. I independent. I don't follow no race, I don't follow no religion. Because I just always tell you what them Indians, they line up with their mouth open for PNM to put something in it for them. And they join in PNM because they want something. The African man, I don't know what the hell you really want. You have nothing, you want nothing, and you will get nothing. You will remain as you is. You catch in your backside. You had to be servants working for the 100% people in KFC, in food outlets and all kind of security and whatnot. What permanent job that you could have that you could build yourself to buying a home and growing a family and whatnot. All you don't want that. And all you see in that Kamla them is an Indian party and them only want to get back in power. And at Rowley and them tell all you. Them Indian and them did that thing. And let me tell you something. I just want to see it straight. You see Patrick Manning? He's a dog. You're dead and gone. And I say it, Andy, because here why? You put this man on me. Keith Rowley. If you know he was a bad man, and you just say, what? Show me a liar and I'll show you a thief.
A raging bull, and when you get angry,
right.
when you
show
get
me a liar and I'll show you a thief. And what? Show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. And a thief is a murderer and all of that. And this is a man you festered on me today that we have to experience that. Yeah? You should have been the thing. If you recognize all these traits of this man, you should have get rid of it a long time. But I'm going to tell you something. The race card is play an important part in PNM politics. And you see, man.
That's the main card. The race card is the main card. 30 seconds again to Napuna. People complaining.
My why he shut down Karen Patrick Manning, feeling he would have offend Basil Pandey and them, and the USG, which was a more Indian based thing. You see where it resulted in today? Yeah? You see that's why Keith Rowley wouldn't get, when he used Keith Rowley, and because Keith Rowley does promote race. And why I think Keith Rowley wouldn't get rid of Fitzgerald Hines? Because I sidekick them fellas love to promote it already at a race I used to. On race and them gone, Elka Skelter, Camille and all of them things. But watch me, ask yourself if any of them who run in any ministry, if it's functioning right. Andy, have a blessed day, brother.
Go ahead, Faisal. Bad morning to you.
Good morning, Andy Lennox, Mikey Costa and Tobago. Uncle Andy, you know, in America right now, 3 of the top banks are going through some financial problem, right? Because of the economical constraint. But all of a sudden, a prime minister of a Caribbean island fly out to Washington, D.C. to get an award. So I was wondering if coincidentally, if they want to sign documents to get a certificate to get their money back. Food for thought. But Andy, when we as a people think for ourselves and we are independent, and I don't want you to tell me what I want. I know what I want. But when a politician tells people, I will give you what you want, and in the end of the day, you don't know what you want, what I will give you. So you see, this is the predicament we're in. Because Keith Rowley went Ghana, do Obia, 7 dead men coming on a boat. He cast a witchcraft over the country, and he blinded everybody like zombies. They can't talk out, the tongue tie. But you see, when you throw comforting words for a fool, they will be comforted by the words of a promise. When David Abdullah and them jump on the Scrapayan dealer thing, they say they will sort it out in a orderly fashion. The man have a good idea and proposal for this country. Give Jackie jacket. They have a good proposal, but because of the greediness of the big conglomerates and them, they're fighting the little black man. And the little black man supporters and the black people, diaspora, don't understand what the black man doing, because everything is black under the PNM. Is the black, the black, and the black. That's why I'm talking black this morning. Because we have a Point Lisa steel mill idling. And you see it all over the world, China taking up all the steel in the world. And the man had a good proposal to come and have the mill running. But you see, they don't want to give him it. And you see the red tape, they're frustrated now to get out of the business. When it was on Petrotrin, It had the goons and the uneducated set of them supported that it is a trade on the treasury and it corrupts the economy. Now, to pave road, you have to pay 10 times the amount to get bitumen back into the country. And they go and dig in the pit and the whole Alabra is sinking again. So what are you doing? You're sending some down to pave some road. And the people will never learn because you know why? My political party, they tell me I must love them till I dead. And we is not standing up for betterment. And when Ms. Kamla Prasad Bissessa came and showed us after Bazde Pandey how we should be living as citizens, safe, have the basic necessity, and the government right is to provide for you. Nobody didn't want that. So Andy, I would like to tell all the mothers and my political leader, the Honorable Kamla Prasad Shushila, Happy Mother's Day, and to all the mothers who on a day-to-day basis have to fight tooth and nail and frustrate themselves to get a meal on the table for the children. Kudos to all them. Hold the strain. And although they don't want to come out, but when election time comes, let us be counted. Have a nice day, Andy.
Thank you very much. Morning caller, where you calling from? What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Morning to the Pitbull, Mr. Andy Williams, Senator Bigo, Mikey K, and Smith, and everyone else. This is Mr. Malabar here.
Go ahead, Mr. Malabar.
Andy, I feel one of my downfall is that I spend too much time studying and researching the lives of persons who would have been champions and fighting the cause of the justice for the poor and the underprivileged and the working class and things, because I just feel so hurt because of the fact that the information and things that I have concerning the history of our country, where we were and how we come to reach at this point here today, it is disheartening, boy. To know that, and I study the life of people like Malcolm X, Stephen Biko, George Weeks, and even those who fought for us, and Uriah Butler, you understand? And I listen to people who eyes are open, who are intelligent in this digital age to see, to read, to understand. What if you don't even know, at least Google it, and you will see that injustice means everything that we are experiencing under this government. You understand? And people still supporting, calling in radio programs. I hear people call a certain name, they Pastor Google and these fellas and them. They're going down die hard. You understand? They don't care if this country is destroyed once it's PNM destroying it. You understand? Now, when I listen, and Martin Luther King who said, injustice everywhere is a threat to injustice anywhere is a threat to injustice, the justice everywhere, Andy. And, you know, if these die-hard, stupid supporters feel that by supporting this type of governance, Andy, ain't going to come home and around to hurt their children and their children's children. I give all your notice this morning that all you are doing, your children and your children's children, are injustice. We are suffering under this government for 7 years. We are seeing it, we are feeling it. Everything is being felt, everything is being seen. We're hearing the discouragement, we're hearing the hurt, the pain, the anger, all negative emotions coming out of the voices of people. And yet, Andy, we continue to support this government. Every religious leader in this country, Andy, every pastors and the ilks over this country, they owe us a responsibility, a spiritual, moral, ethical responsibility to speak out against the injustices in this country. I call on all pastors, all religious leaders, all you owe us that. Stand up, speak out. Forget about subventions and government subventions. Speak out against the injustices. Those clergy, those who are your members of your clergy, those are members of your congregation, they are suffering too. Speak out against it. We need everybody hands on board, on deck, because the common enemy here is the PNM, and everybody know that. You understand? Dr. Rowley left this country. He gone in Washington because Howard University going to confer award upon him. All you see what going on? All the benefits now, the rewards are rolling in now for the role he played in the vaccine mandate, the role he played in the COVID scheme, the role he played. So he's coming, all he's getting is his rewards now for what he did to us in this country, amidst and against all the technical and specialist advice by persons who are against the vaccine. And I want to close by saying this. If what I saw on Saturday past there, Andy, when I went out, I sacrificed and leave my home and come out Saturday on the Victor Roberts-led crime walk against the injustices in this country. If what I saw is an indication of our people who are suffering, who are fed up, who are hurt, whose families suffer at the hands of bandits, who are families suffer at the hands of home invasion by persons who storm into the home and rape the children and brutalize their families. If that is an indication of that mentality of the people in this country, then crapo, smoke, we pipe in this country.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But Trinidad and Tobago, besides that contribution, you know, I had to get the our UWI student, because it was a very good question asked by Mr. Tunapuna this morning, saying, well, at the end of the day, look at how much trouble in this country. The future is really dear one, and why UWI so quiet, students so quiet. This recently see the attack on some of the professors and the salaries and this. The UWI Guild students seeing where the cutting on this semester, that the cutting, and yet still these young people who educating themselves and watching that they're educating themselves to reach nowhere because nothing is being put in place. But if a party calling UWI, it's going to be full with all them UWI students. If Marshall call a fete, or plenty of them was in Buju, but when it comes to their own future, and them supposed to be so bright, UWI students supposed to be so bright. Is it that we only producing bright people with our paperwork, but a set of dumb common sense wise people by that the dumb? Oh God. So pleasant good morning to you, UWI student. What going on in UWI there? What says though? I mentioned to you exactly what's the talk, and is the people right? UWI students ain't really want nothing good for themselves. They're dumb, they don't know what's best for them, and they will never come out and protest against this government based on they seeing their own future going down the drain. What it is, my brother? Pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Ground Report. Good morning, Andy, Mikey K, Lennox. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. This is the UWI student speaking, alive and well. Mr. Tunapuna raised some very good points. She's technically correct. Let me give you some updates regarding the state of the current affairs at the University of West Indies. First of all, we have a new guild president. The elections recently concluded, and the new guild president is a very nice young lady. I know her personally. And I can tell you for a fact that she is very independent, and she has the interests of the University of the West Indies at heart, and that she'll get down to the ground and just start working right away. But here's what I can tell you. The new guild president is not a PNM. The new guild president, I know her personally, she's not a PNM. The last guild president we had, Mr. Kobe Sandy, was a PNM. So you see, as soon as the PNM guild president bust out, things started looking a little up in UWI. So you can see for a fact that our principal, Ms. Antoine, say, listen, fire burn the government. Let me open a chocolate factory and make your own money. Right? So it goes to show that we not depend on the government for any more funding, and it's listen. Let me make up your own chocolate factory right? And like we make our own money. And see, as soon as the guild president boss out, PNM guild president, right? As soon as the guild president boss out, the CPO respond and say, hey, you give it all the agreement, protest quiet down, children getting the grades, children getting the in-course marks, exams come and gone, so things looking good, right? Now, another thing I wanted to address was the attack by Colin Burt on Mr. Roger Hussein, right? First of all, Mr. Roger Hussein is a very, very educated economist, right? These fellas have PhD, MSc, so on, so, right? Who the hell Colin Burt really is? Colin Burt is a nobody, right? Our professors are world class, right? And if they open them and say something, you better damn listen. So, Mr. Colin Burt, you ain't no better. You better keep your accent quiet and listen to what you say. Now, Tunapuna is correct. Why is it that we don't come out and protest and so on and so on and so forth? Well, you see the person of that Roger was saying that not all these students could take that. If we stand up and if we UWI students stand up and say, hey, over the country is madness, not all of us have the thick skin and the gall to take the backlash, to take the victimization and so on and so forth. Right? So, and that's probably one of the reasons why it is that we as educated people say, listen, if we just kind of find a way and stay quiet and we're going to harass about anything and just kind of find a way and keep in accordingly. So, that is some of the reasons why we are speaking on anything about it.
Yeah, but the main reason I sought out there is that all it breaks in the victimization. What victimization that you all can get as students if you all go in and stand up for how bad the country going. And remember, the stand up is that, remember when you all get all your PhDs, all your degrees and all those different things, you all have to be placed somewhere. All you have to get employment. And all your employment opportunities is most likely now going to be KFC and them security companies and whatever, because all the middle class all right jobs closing down.
Well,
state jobs.
This is another trend. All those ministries have hundreds of vacancies. They have vacancies everywhere in government offices. But you know what they're not doing? They're not hiring people. So you send an email with your resume. They say, and they will respond with an email saying, thank you for your email. We have received your resume. We will contact you shortly. And they will leave it right there. Right? So, the thing is that unless you have a PNM party card, right, which the PNM has shown that meritocracy does not matter. Once you have PNM and you have something inside, you will be, So, that is one of the reasons why that persons are not being hired. It's not networking or who have links inside or whatnot. It's those with the PNM getting opportunities inside. I'll give you an example. I'm busting some fire this morning. Shane John, Trotman, Jeremy Ennis, Jelani Reed, and next one, Kobe Sandy. These are the persons who have.
So from you, they get jobs from the government, and they have a lot of other vacancies. But if it is not like them or not known like them, how the PNM knows them, and you're not known, you're not going to get no opportunity for a job, although it have job vacancies in government.
Correct. I'll give you an example. Kobe Sandy is on a committee to evaluate the roads, the names of the roads. And he was supposed to deliver that report to the Prime Minister since last December. I don't know what happened to that. I'll give you an example. Mr. Amilcar Sanata, a former UWI student, he works in the Gender and Child Affairs Unit in the Office of the Prime Minister, right? And he is a big advocate for UWI. He's a former student, part-time lecturer, so on so. And there's a report of the abuse in children on the Prime Minister's desk. And he's not saying a damn thing about it. I'll give you an next example. Shane John, who is the apprentice to Miss Penelope Beckles, a diehard PNM, You will see them. And created and groomed for a position in the PNM, whether it's the Senate, through the Heliconia Foundation, whichever the case is. I'll give you a next example. Mr. Trackman, Shaquille Trackman, he came to the University of the West Indies and was awarded a position, I think is by Penelope Beckles, in one of those ministries, right? My problem is that once you're a PNM, you get it inside, right? It goes to show that the concept of meritocracy is dead. And once you're a PNM, you're inside.
Let us know other people. Let us know other people who was part of this UV guild, this UV thing that today, right now, working for the government and working for various people, when it have many other people putting their applications just like them and can't see the way. Go ahead. Who else? You call about 4 so far, Yama? I like how you're calling them because the name's calling. They will know. Because people who know them will call them and let them know, hey, look, call the name on thing. And then they will let them know who calling the name. And it's up to them if they want to defend it or not. Because you ain't lying. You're not lying. It's your fact that them get you. Go ahead, let's hear some other people.
Kareem Marcel, he's our next one. Right? So, Kareem Marcel bypassed a lot of qualifications to get his law degree. He said it himself. Right? And he's now a lawyer, now he's acting on behalf of the PNM. He's filing nomination papers for Stuart Young. He become lawyer now, basically. That's what I'm saying. Become lawyer. Now, he was a recipient of the Dagger Scholarship, right? That allowed students to be full paid for their law studies, right? Now, he has graduated. But however, when he came out of university, he's now an agent of the PNM, defending the PNM for the injustices against whatever they did and the evil they've done to the residents of Beacom. So you see what they're doing? They are grooming these persons, right? Indoctrinating them into the gospel of the PNM, taking care of them, fixing them up nice, getting them suit and tie, big position, and put them to preach the gospel of the PNM back on top. So that is how the PNM, right, is indoctrinating the young Gen Z generation, right, to continue this cycle of plantation society in Trinidad and Tobago. So in other words, it goes to show the young people, hey, if I am not a part of the Heliconia Foundation, right? I mean, it makes sense. When the point of processing, they empower them in charge, rather than charge, right? And this shows that when we speak for ourselves, right, and we say, hey, this thing not making sense anymore. Crime is out of control, the roads bad, economy in a mess, lecturers getting cussed up, probably talking nonsense. They would be the ones that would tell us, hey, partner, don't be so na man. Always a good fella thing. You know, PNM is the way to go. As a young person, you could fix the crime by yourself. You could fix the road by yourself. You gotta budget accordingly. Watch how you're spending your gas. You know? So that is how the PNM, right, is infiltrating down into the minds of young people by rewarding these persons with these positions, right? And they will get them at our shoulder level to say, hey, we're PNM. And find your own work. Pick up yourself and bust out. While we talking the correct thing. Colonel making sense. Stuart Young making sense. Right? This is what I'm saying. I'll give you an example. Shane John, who is the apprentice to Penelope Beckles, he is currently, if I'm not mistaken, president of the Trinidad and Tobago Youth Council. And he's an agent of the PNM. Right? So it goes to show, right, ex-QRC boy, he is preaching the gospel of the PNM amongst young people. So when you see that, you tell yourself, hey, you know, he's best friends with Penelope Beckles, thing. The only way for me to make it up there by having a little hand in the government. What point would it make for me to batch out Collinwood and cuss out the CPO that hey, there is no equal opportunity in terms of applying for jobs through the government, through OJT, through these, you know, if I cuss up the government and well, through our engineering job in Kusal, and Kusal is building bodies a house. We don't want you here. You'll be mischief in the workplace. So it goes to show.
Oh, so them see people too who have to recommend UE students to get jobs in various places based on the qualifications.
Correct. It's a deep psyche. It's a deep psyche. These PNM people, they're brilliant. They're evil, but they're brilliant. It's a deep psyche of young people that they say, hey, I can't handle the bacchanal, boy. I mean, I need $200 to carry my girlfriend on a date, and I ain't have no time to take no lock-up hunting. Right? Then as well just keep myself quiet and go through the cracks and get myself to. That is what the PNM has been doing. They have been ingraining. So that's why when I say I bust him up a couple months ago that the guild president was a PNM, I wasn't lying. It goes to show the PNM is infiltrating the psyche of these of our youth students to say, hey, PNM is the way to go. Don't back out the government. We go fix you up. Let your persons who get through to the sense, hey, you see if I get through. You don't get through too. You know, we have to come on the PNM side. And it goes to show that the way young people have been bad talking these days, there have been school fights, there have been domestic violence and so on. It would come across as though, I mean, because the only way to protest is through some ruffle and some real cheddars. We would be the ones looked at as rowdy and, oh my God, this is the future of Trinidad and Tobago. Look at them, they're protesting. Because everybody who protests against the government, everybody seems to hate the protesters more than the government. So
that's truth. So UE students and all watching that when we come out and protest for the right thing, we are being looked at as the bad ones and the government the good ones. So them want to gain that. Where them coming out to do the right thing, and then now all the UE students now, because the news go be these Israel disobedient UE students, these wicked.
You know, so exactly, you're correct, Andy. So, but Tunapuna is right. In our minds, we know what is wrong. We know what this government is doing is evil, that they are unforgivable. Crime, the border security, the economy, the blasted roads, the price of inflation, the social insecurity.
So all these UE students knows exactly what is all the problems?
They know what Andy, we could fix all the damn problems, which is why Roger Hussein and all these lecturers are making recommendations, right? But the government don't want to hear that. The government don't want to hear that. Next thing you know, we protest, and the government would cut the subvention by next 10% and giggle at me. We got to open my next socket.
Wait, so it's a victimization where they could cut all your thing, subventions and things.
It's a psyche. It's a psyche. We have recognized we are in a dangerous situation. We want to protest. We know what it is. We have all the ideas and the solutions to fix it all. But it's a deep psyche and a deep problem, that a mental barrier that we can't come out because we fear for our university itself. We fear for our lecturers. We fear for our reputations. We fear for, because next thing you know, we really decide to cuss out and go in the streets and protest.
No, but all they don't cuss, all they have to just put up all the placards and or the media will pick up all there and talk where all they know and all they know. So don't see all they talking the truth. The people of Trinidad will buy into it, whether wrongly and all of them, and then we will be looking at the victimization aspect and what they're gonna do to the students that protest. And there's where we could get things happening, because parents of all of these children now ain't going and organize and watch a government victimize their children because their children stand up and stronger than themselves. The children stand up more than the pastors, the priests, the pundits, the imams, everything. What? Boy, that could be a day if the UE students, nobody, all these ex-professors and all these ex-prime ministers and presidents, ex-members of parliament, ex-central bank, all these ex-big public servant, PS, this, that, and you telling me nobody in common old boy UE student? All these ex that's supposed to be honorable people were Winston Buchanan. Quiet, be quiet. His son get work under PNM, so he quiet. Understand what's going on with we? Nobody in coming out and talking for we, boy, who serve we and we was watching as honorable people, boy. Because so them and all afraid to be victimized then, UE student? Is it that them and talking because afraid to be victimized too?
Andy, don't get me that. with all due respect, Andy, we have to cuss out. We have to come with placards. We have to speak out and so on. We have to come with the drums and the shingles. With all due respect, Andy, we have to tell some real hard cuss behind these people, Andy. Sorry, not sorry. These fellas deserve some cussing, right? So,
right, but who in UWI putting that in place and motivating the people that, boy, it's going to have a bad end anyhow if this going on. So what future them could be planning in University of the West Indies when it's going to have a bad end to it?
Mr. Andy, we have a new jail president. The lecturers have already led the way by saying, hey, let me go and protest so we money. You see, they cut back and they give you a little remit. They call Andrew Giddel Mother and they call Ingrid Lash and say, hey, they give all your blasted doctorate degree, but I'll give you something, you know. Now, it may very well be 4%, but the lecturers, they have something, they have another strategy up their sleeve. It goes to show that we are one step away from saying this is madness. We are one step away from really hitting the streets and protesting. Let me tell you why. We have a new jail president. We are back out in full force at campus. The fan blowing, right? So Tunapuna is correct. However, we as UWI students, as a Gen Z generation, don't have that, that we walk out in the road and put placards on the government and demanding. What we know is to write a letter. What we know is to go on social media and advocate. What we know is to go to seminars and speak our minds, offer solutions. That is the diplomatic way these students know. You understand? But in terms of getting the streets like a Victor Roberts and pelting some coffin behind their backside and pelting some cuss, UWI students don't know about that. So we could start.
Yeah, but the already start know the going on social media and this and that because half UWI students is go there and do the thing of it, go over. We not asking UWI students to go out there and get on like a Victor or this what we call Victor. Don't you know how he have never break the law in any way or do anything wrong per se. And you don't know none of them don't go out there and say MC or the F word or they just go out there with the placards bringing the issues of what going on affect them either or having to go to do engineering. You do this, you do that, you do all them things, and at the end of the day you bright enough that you seen that the policies and the road the government going down, it wouldn't have no room for you and your sacrifice in the future. But then damn if you do, damn if you don't, you're done at a loss. So come out, let your voices be heard. Yeah,
well, what he's saying is that is a culture, right? And maybe he doesn't want to let too much out of the bag, but he keeps, of course, letting us know there's a new UWI Guild president. So I believe a lot is expected, and I believe that there's some new language that is coming about. So he's saying basically expect change, and what's happening now with the current individuals, they can bet that change will come.
Correct, Mikey K. So, like I said, I know the new president personally. I know a few persons in the new executive, and I can tell you for a fact that they are conservative, and they're definitely not licking the PNM backside. So, the lecturers have led the way. I would be the one, thanks to the ideas, Andy. I would be the one to lead the way and make a recommendation to the new administration and say, hey, let me join the force with our lecturers and protest that there's madness in our country. We have all the solutions to fix it. The government is doing nonsense. We could try to boycott some of the honorary degrees to these PNM persons. So the new administration is there. Like you said, change is here, and we can take steps going forward to protest. So, like I said,
at least the language is different now. At least something.
The language is different now, correct?
Yeah, and I think we're seeing it in a lot of different quarters as well. Yeah.
Our principal has. Sorry, Mikey, go ahead. No.
Mikey, you wonder if you're telling them something?
No. I was just saying, all the best of luck to you and your team.
Right.
We expect to see some changes, so it's going to happen.
So your principal,
Our principal. Yeah, I was saying, Andy, that the principal has recognized, all right, here we go. No use for asking government anything. Let us open a chocolate factory right? Based on our UV estate, and let us try to generate our own income. So it goes to show from within the university, we are slowly breaking away from use our waste of time problem, but we're going to do our own thing. So it goes to show that we are adaptable, we are forcing our own changes, and that where we could take it to the government for real changes for the country, we are willing to do so. There's a new administration, there is a new language, like Mikey K said in the University of the West Indies, we are back out in full force. Students have received their grades, students have received their examinations. Have hope. We will be hitting the streets very soon. We will be advocating through our guild to make recommendations about improving the state of affairs in our country. Mr. Roger has been leading that fight in terms of the economy. Expect us to hit the streets. I will personally be somebody who would recommend to the guild that let us join forces to protest in all sectors of serious issues facing our country, whether it's injustices in the workplace, the blasted roads, the economy, social security, and so on and so forth. And we'll be taking the fight to our PNM operators in the University of the West to say, hey, all this part of the problem. Right, guys?
Nice. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, UV student man. That was one of the best. Well, not that's very. Wow. Mikey, pleasant good morning to you. I like that. I like how the song in there, man. Because we had to stand up. We have to.
Yeah.
That's why Tuesday is very, very important. But you go ahead, my brother.
You know, it's a culture, my brother. Let me say good morning to you, my brother, Andy Pitbull Williams. Morning to you, of course, Lennox Smith and Technical Director Cuff. All the good folks that are locked on, the avid listeners, those of you are Real Media TT family, and those listening directly on More 104.7 FM. Sister Al Tobago and CARICOM brothers and sisters, good morning. Let me just let you know that you can join RBC. That's right, the Royal Bank Auto Financing Campaign this Saturday, May 13, from 9 to 1 p.m. And you can get up to 100% financing and up to 10 years to repay. I want to repeat that. This Saturday, May 13, you can join RBC at Massey from 9 to 1 p.m. and get up to 100% financing and up to 10 years to repay. Plus, a $5,000 cash back on the latest MG and Hyundai models at Massey Lady Young Road, Superior Street, San Fernando, and corner Richmond Street and Tragweed Road. Of course, you check them out, Lady Young Road, Superior Street, San Fernando, and corner Richmond Street and Tragweed Road. Financing up to 10 years to repay and 100% financing plus $5,000 cash back. So check that out. Yes.
Oh boy. So let's go to the lines. Go ahead, Mikey.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's open up some. Let's take
some calls there quick by the time. Yeah. Oh boy. So let the lines open. WhatsApp. Or listen on the WhatsApp voice notes too. Make your WhatsApp calls. Come. Let's take and only make it short and sweet. There, quick. Morning caller.
And we'll tell you when we're going out. I do apologize for yesterday. Well, unfortunately something came up.
Yeah, Thursday. Yes.
No, we're going on. I'll tell you. Go right ahead, caller.
Go ahead.
Morning, Mr. Andy and powerful brother Mighty K, Lennox,
morning, brother,
and Cuff and the entire station of Mr. Amal. I listening to the UV student. Where Matanga Daga came from was UV when the Black Power started in Trinidad. And also, I was on Nelson Street when I joined the school children is who come out and start a march in Port of Spain. And it escalated to something bigger in 1970. All you remember, Brian Jeffers and Guy Harewood and them was UV students, bright fellas, was against the system, and they kill them like dogs. Catch Guy Harewood in a river bathing and see Yada gun and kill him. Brian Jeffers and Mukarapo would have to jump a fence. So when I hear about who afraid to get sabotage and who this, that is weakness. It's time for everybody to put their arms together and come out and get rid of this government. This government, while we waiting and watching and afraid we go get victimized. Like somebody called me and tell me they see some nurses last night on TV crying, they buy the books, they take the tests, they leave, they work. and when they done, they hear that thing closed down and it going to something else. And where everybody is called and say, it's only when thing comes in people's house. To me, that fella talking there from UV. If today or tomorrow they call you and they give you a big thing, he might forget the protest. Let me tell Trinidad and Tobago something. It's a sympathy and who there and who. They don't tell you that already. And the man called just now. We're only going to get the award because it's how much people dead in COVID. I believe that all who take the vaccine, they was begging you. That is the award he going for. You ain't going for no award to say we had the best prime minister. He doing good. He helping poor people. He helping the hospital. He helping the waiters. Them fellas fixing themselves. I don't want to be long, but let me tell you something. This time for we shall overcome and leave things to God. Them can't work with Rowley and them. We have to come out. It's power to the people. It's power to the people. Well, how Abu Bakr get through with the land? How he get through?
Well, again, say it again, my brother Malcolm X. Before you leave, power to the people. Power to the people.
Power to the people. It ain't no power to no you. Know who is doctor and who is lawyer and who is prime minister. It's the people need their own power now. Because we're only showing you power now. The evil wickedness. That power them showing you know. Fitzgerald Hines and all of them will hush. Let me tell you something. It have plenty people in the PNM want to talk you know. But just with that fella now say, everybody afraid the bread, everybody afraid they eat our food. Boy, all you have to forget that boy. And we stand up and say it's all the children, boy. Let me tell you now. Me ain't going to be calling this radio station and talking on Trinidad and Tobago. Because who know Malcolm X? Nothing can break down my door, nothing can frighten me, you know. Because I born dead. But let me tell you something. This we shall overcome and wait. That's why I say I like Mikey K. I must like him. Every stand up Lennox with a big better English and etc. and all these kind of big words. That ain't working. It's war. War. That's how Abu Bakr get through. War.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Political war in which he is saying, morning caller.
Morning. I'm so happy Oli brought on this topic. I wanted to talk about it for a long time because I've observed the government. Now, let me let the UV students know something. If they didn't learn from Petrotrin, they are absolute fools. Just as how the Prime Minister shut down UTT, which is a university that so-called Patrick Manning built, underfunded and destroyed. What make them special? It had PNM people. Most of the PNM people it was in UTT. So all keep that attitude that they ain't ready for we yet. All they really notice Mr. Prime Minister yet. Give them a few years and they will underfund UV and destroy it and run it to the ground and say the usual thing, we know the government because we can't really help all you. And it'll be too late. I wouldn't have no ounce of sympathy for them, just as I don't have any ounce of sympathy for the Petrotrin workers when they say they were sending on the temporary workers and the permanent ones stay there. The Prime Minister also talking about the Service Commission and up to now nobody in jump up. What's something? Service Commission is technically nursing, doctor, police, all of them. All of them supposed to be united on our front. Don't touch your Service Commission, they ain't say nothing. One by one, he will isolate them and dismantle them. And it will be too late.
Thank you very much. Morning caller.
Yeah, that's a serious issue. Very serious issue. Morning.
Caller, go ahead, caller. Morning to you. Yeah, go ahead, caller.
Andy.
Yeah, we hear that kind of noise in the background.
Yeah,
Andy, good morning. This is morning, Mikey K and Lennox.
Morning.
Treaty Hardway. Anyhow, Mikey, Andy, I heard that guy from the university talk. I'm wondering, does the government pay the kids to go to school for free, or do the kids pay their own money? You can stand up and protest. You can stand up and say what's right and what's wrong. They're not going to victimize you. You pay your money to go to school. I have a bachelor degree in engineering here. My wife have a master's in education. And we stand up, and if they're wrong, it's wrong. You got to stand up and say the truth. Don't let them think that the university could victimize you. You're paying your money to go to school. I went to college here, and you know what? If the teacher is doing crap, you could say what you want. You pay your money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think, Mikey, the government pays for most of them to go UE, or they pay in their own fund money?
I don't know. Based on the admissions, there's a criteria, but I don't know how much of them now are getting any kind of government aid. You know, that in itself is kind of phased out. So basically, a lot of them are spending their own money.
Yeah, but you don't get no aid and everything. You pay your money for what you want, just like your service. You want a service you pay for, you pay for your service. I mean, I'm not saying this is right from Orlando. I pay for what I get.
I think
if I don't get it, I stand up.
Yeah, but I think the bigger picture here is that, like many of our agencies and government, government office that have been compromised, it has been long trenched into a certain environment and culture that is not something that is just going to change overnight. It's like the good old boys club. And of course, the UE student mentioned like Haliconia and so forth. Here's where they look at, they say some of the finest, and they groom them, and they become, many of them who are now, I believe, well, some of them on the PNM Council or what have you, would have come through that Haliconia Foundation. That's what it's there for. And of course, what the UE students was also saying is that many of them have been mandated to go out there and recruit. You know, you see somebody who looks and meets the criteria, invite them into the club, we're going to have social functions, and that's basically what they're doing. So he's talking about that entire environment where they're starting to see a little change happening, because the people now who are the helm of the UE Student Guild are not going to just simply go along and play politics. So we wait and see.
Well, let's hope the mind change is quicker than later, because we need it. We need it fast. Honest, we need it fast, because all my family are flying out of that place and leave it. Thank you, Andy. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, we need it fast. We definitely need it fast. And I mean, I want people to understand that we have to make Trinidad and Tobago a real place again. We just have to, you know. We have to. A few hours ago, something came up in the media here where Prime Minister Rowley is saying that Kamala is out of place to write to Barbados Prime Minister. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley said opposition leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar was out of place to write to Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley regarding the Brent Thomas matter. In an update, the Prime Minister said the move was wholly unnecessary. Trinidad and Tobago has one government, and that is the duly elected representative of the people. There's a role for the opposition and a role and responsibility for the government in managing the affairs of the state of Trinidad and Tobago. He says the latest self-promotion of the leader of the opposition as an insertion into the business of the handling of the sensitive Brent Thomas matter between the government of Barbados and the Royal Barbados Police Force and the government of Trinidad and Tobago and the TTPS is a wholly unnecessary and out-of-place intrusion by the leader of the opposition. The interests of the people of Trinidad and Tobago will always be better served and protected if the country has one government at a time. And this statement comes after Persad-Bissessar.
But it's one government we have, so what are we talking? It is one government we have.
She wrote to Mia Mottley seeking an investigation into the abduction of TNT arms dealer Brent Thomas following his arrest in Barbados last October. Now, you see, and we have to make Trinidad and Tobago real again. We could see them. Dr. Rowley is so transparent now. What is the fear factor here? You went and you wrote as opposition leader for election observers. You did that, crossing the line, not understanding your role. You didn't acknowledge there was one government then. you took it upon your fast self and you wrote for election, and on top of that, added to what you wrote, you started talking about all internal matters that, this corruption and that. I mean, the letter itself was totally unfounded for a opposition leader. And
Well
now
said,
today
well said, Mikey. I didn't want to make any intervention, man, but you bring music to my ears, man. Well said. The man even mentioned the emails. He mentioned the
That's
emails.
right.
He concocted,
right.
and worse than that, it was he as opposition introduce himself and say that whenever Sandals will come here, is he?
That's
White
right.
opposition met with Sandals. What the hell he talking about?
I don't understand you.
I don't want him to participate, but I mean, I just get vexed when I hear this level of hypocrite and nasty and evil and wicked and diabolical elements that attempting to project themselves as if they are nationalistic and patriotic, and if worse yet, as if there is government. You have a lame dog government.
And his minions are going to buy into that, Lennox. His minions are going to buy into that.
Unfortunately, but we have the job to disabuse and to educate the people and to tell them the truth. If you see that nasty letter that was sent to the Commonwealth Secretariat and the CARICOM Secretariat, you will bawl. Your eyes will open so wide that the ball might come out of it, your eyeball. First, that was nasty. Everything he could have thought of that was evil. And when in fact he was the one who concocted the emails and then talking about a travesty. That wicked and
That's
evil
right.
and diabolical.
That's right. And today you want to tell us that because the opposition leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar wrote to Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley regarding the Brent Thomas matter that she was out of place. She was not. So what was your intentions when you wrote that letter to the Commonwealth? And added in all kind of internal things about this and emails and so. What was your intention? Was it good intentions? Or was it not to embarrass us and cause some kind of geopolitical problem? What was your intentions? So now you're asking what is her intentions? Is it to get to the bottom of the truth? To find out and get some clarity for we the people of Trinidad and Tobago? Does he understand the situation that we are in currently and what that says about our constitutional rights? That we would just sit idly by and allow you and a bunch of taxing, lying, thieving individuals to simply take away our civil liberties? What does Dr. Rowley think it is? Listen, man, if it's one name, it's in the name of no politician, But you see that name, Brent Thomas? That Brent Thomas whole issue, that, my friend, is what go have the bell ringing, And it go have the bell ringing soon. And when you want to talk about race, I just ask the questions. Since you want to bring up race and this and race and that, how come every time that Stuart Young back is against the wall, you would have mount a platform side by side with him to defend Stuart Young? How come when Al-Wari back is against the wall, you forget when you stood up there with him and you said, and she jumped on him, and she jumped, and it's Faris. You did that. But when it comes to the same black man, the same Foster Cummins, how come you wasn't standing with him on that platform? You stand for everybody else. But when it comes to your own, your same own that you just remember conveniently, how come you wasn't standing there with the man who wants a song as though he's Patrick Manning? How come? Had it been Stuart Young, would you been standing there? Had it been Imbert, would you be standing there? Had it been Al-Wari, would you be standing there? But you didn't stand for the black brother. You didn't stand for the Foster. You didn't. So it makes you wonder exactly what are your priorities and who are the people that you like so much, that you just love so much. You asking today, and you telling us that the opposition leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar is out of place. Trinidad and Tobago has one government. Yeah, they have one government, and that is the duly elected representative of the people. There's a role for the opposition and a role and responsibility for the government in managing the affairs of the state of Trinidad and Tobago. My God, what are you so afraid? What are you so afraid of? Were you hiding so?
What I watch, listen to what I watch out there. With all this thing with the Brent Thomas and then the Barbados and the AG clearing and whatever, you know what my mind carry back to? my mind carry me back to, because if Brent Thomas is a firearms dealer or whoever, my mind carry me back to Dr. Rowley's statement before this Brent Thomas thing bus, which was he went on the press and talked about banning, well, no, that was when they had the thing banning high-powered rifles and thing, and I in my mind saying, but Trinidad really and truly we don't give permits to people for high-powered rifles and them kind of things. So it's really nines, you know, you get gun thing or whatever. So no, so that was my mind at. Why with back then I was like, why would he say something like that? So now I don't know if it is this Brent Thomas that he did say that in line with the Brent Thomas thing, because he maybe did get a SO that this Brent Thomas thing was going and come at the doorsteps of Trinidad and Tobago. That was my mind saying. I could be wrong.
Andy,
yeah.
Don't put it beyond Dr. Rowley. The man is an evil man. He issue about cuntings and to depress the people more, particularly the poor, those who we could take advantage of.
The issue here is quite simple. Are you more concerned about the fact that Kamla Persad-Bissessar wrote to Mia Mottley? Or are you more concerned of the fact of what Mia Mottley will reply in her writings? What are you more concerned of? Because at this point in time, you seem to be trying to have a preemptive move on what Prime Minister Mottley may have to put in that letter. And it may not favor you and your bunch of taxing, lying, thieving individuals. You are telling us that you
go to the top of the class, brother man. That is what he's fearful of. That is what he's fearful of.
So it may be he being a prime minister, he sent a message there too with the bullying kind of mind-boggling kind of making people think. He could have been sending a certain message to Barbados that Trinidad and Tobago are one government and one government only, and they roll. And so it's like to kind of frighten me and Mottley in a kind of way.
You understand? It's not a one-dimensional thing with him. He wants to play it out, but we've seen him for who he is. We're seeing him.
Yeah, he was embarrassed, of course, with the Andre scenario. Absent himself when the country needed him. It was Kamla Persad-Bissessar who had to take up the gauntlet after the girl's funeral. We saw the same thing with respect, of course, to free vaccines that the Indians were offering. He turned and said that if you're donating, you have to, of course. That is something we prefer to pay for, because donation means that you are humbled and that you are not capable of managing your affairs. At a time when they said at the same time that our population is too small in the early days of the availability of vaccines, that we wouldn't be able, of course, to buy in the quantity that those richer countries would have been able so to do. That is the travesty we have as a Prime Minister.
Right. And at the end of it all, gentlemen, and to the listening public, at the end of it all, when you have someone like this who's afraid, and very, very much so afraid, because again, what were your intentions when you wrote to the Commonwealth requesting, of course, these election observers? You said all types of stuff. You most of all, you were saying that you don't trust the government that was in office. You don't trust Kamla Persad-Bissessar. That's what you were saying. So here it is now, that the tables are turned and you expect us to trust you. We must sit back, and when we start to connect the dots, in what capacity were you functioning in CARICOM at the time of this incident? And when you look at the whole particulars of it, the aircraft and so forth, somebody from which office will be able to have the authority to say use such a... And I mean, it goes on and on. Every day something new is coming out with this whole Brent Thomas fiasco. So which means that you want us to trust you? So we must just sit back here and expect you to tell us exactly what transpired with Brent Thomas. You couldn't tell us what happened with the money, with the hand that was touching Roman squeezing. You couldn't tell us about the deposit gate. You can't tell us about the rental on 1 and 3 Alexander Street. You can't tell us about why it is Petrotrin really closed down. You can't tell us how much people really died from COVID. You can't tell us all the money that was spent during COVID because there's lack of transparency. You can't tell us nothing. Nothing you could tell us we could trust you with. We don't believe a word that comes out of your mouth. The only time you told the truth is when you told us it's hard times, expect hard times, because you're right. You have no vision, you have no plan, you have no idea of what it is to do to move this country forward. So we respect that. But how can we trust you based on your track record?
And
you
Mikey,
had the audacity to say that Kamala is out of place. And it is, listen, man.
Mikey and Lennox, yeah. I think that you are damn fast and out of your place, because this is a prime minister that always tell you,
I want to do what I normally do with citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, which is to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Flashback.
The government is not closing down Petrotrin. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Last question, please.
We are on BCNC3. One of the more contentious issues in the last general election was that of the property tax. Where in the PNM's manifesto is this addressed?
It's not in the document. This is one of the things we need to talk to people about.
Let me take that one. I'm glad you raised that. Let me make it abundantly clear. The property tax has already been dealt with. So for anybody in the government now to be telling the population that this PNM coming into office will bring back that tax is the highest level of dishonesty. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You're right, Dan. You're right.
And I pull up the copy of the letter that he sent to the Commonwealth and CARICOM. It's 21 issues the man raised in the letter, but I think the creme de la creme. Let me just read the first paragraph there. It's paragraph 14. That's the 14th item or paragraph in that letter. And he says, on May 23rd, 2013, the Prime Minister, meaning Kamala Persad-Bissessar, referred to the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service for investigation certain matters raised by the leader of the opposition. He, at the time, in Parliament on May 20th, 2013, which in the view of the opposition leader, which is he talking about himself, if proven, demonstrated an attack on and a conspiracy to undermine key institutions of state by senior members of this government, meaning the Kamala Persad-Bissessar government, including the Prime Minister herself. I mean, come on. What nonsense you talking? Man, you sycophant and you apologists, go to hell.
That's right. They're going to pick up him. But listen, at the end of it all, it is the Attorney General, Reginald Amor, who acknowledged that this Brent Thomas issue is serious concerns. That's what the Attorney General saying, serious concerns. So Kamala must just sit idly by and do what? Just wait for a man who has he has a proven track record not to tell us the truth. And the next one who is just lost, that just seems to just want position so much that he'll tarnish his own name, that he even fly out of this country and lied in a U.S. court. And yet he's telling us serious concerns. And we must just accept what Rowley tell us? Who's on the outside?
The Barbajan Attorney General said in no uncertain terms that the conduct at the time was illegal because they have this pending matter where if a person has a warrant in one state, they should automatically be, that should be recognized in the next state, but that has not been consumed. What has to happen in that particular case is that extradition hearings were supposed to be initiated, just as how Warner had to be subjected to that kind of process before he could be extradited to the United States. That is what was supposed to be happening with, of course, Brent Thomas in Barbados before he was brought here. But they sent a plane and kidnapped the man. Of course, that's what the court said. But of course, there is the intent. That is another factor, that it may be law enforcement. The intent may not be actual kidnapping. They believe that they was doing right. But the Attorney General in Barbados, in his statement to the Parliament on the matter, indicated that the action was illegal because there is no extradition arrangement between Barbados and Trinidad. And if there is, there ought to have been an extradition hearing in order to get the man back here.
Yeah. Who's on the outside? What's happening there? And so you understand the hypocrisy. People understand what this man's saying. Kamala out of place, but he did everything that you could think of, right to all kind of people. Boy,
morning, caller.
Hey, Andy, morning to you, Mikey and Lennox.
Hey, good morning.
What if I let him talk about Lennox big words? Ain't gonna help nothing. It's power to the people like Dagger. Let me tell you something. when Daga come out of the royal jail after 7 years, and he was power, not a soul was there to meet Daga. Not one person, your partner. So you say Lennox big words and all this, solve nothing. Think again. The next thing, Page, don't ever compare a dog and a man. A dog is the most faithful thing to a man. Loyal, you never betray your master. You're more faithful than a man's wife. To ever make that comparison. As far as man is concerned, he ain't throw Rowley on me, you know. It's the hierarchy of the PLM party, they Rowley have to go up. Not Manning. I'm not saying that Manning was a good man. As a matter, you had a toss of coin to see who he was 32. Williams went to his grave and said, leave it alone. George Chambers come, he said, leave it alone. They wait till them gone, Manning come, they dig in the backside, sorry to use that word. And he close on Carney. He parade for Chachama through tongue and handcuff. He put Okasipo under house arrest. He sent Pandey to jail. As soon as he come back in power, he start preaching race, Petro Singh, and all these kind of things. The only thing Manning didn't do that Rowley do is to destroy all the employment that Pandey create. Rowley do that. So between the two of them, I don't know. You have to toss a coin to decide who is the worst of the two. Thank you, Mikey.
Thank you very much. Morning caller, we're calling from. What's your contribution?
Good morning.
Go ahead,
Mikey,
morning to you.
Andy, and Lennox. I want to tell you that heavy voice woman from Barbados is not going to answer Miss Kamala Persad-Bissessar. I just called to say that. And in the parliament yesterday, it had big bacchanal for Brent Thomas. This thing, it will have fight. It almost had fight yesterday. It had a heavy tongue lashing. Okay? The speaker couldn't handle the UNC at one point, but you know he will conquer them, right? Because they have to behave inside of it. But for a long while, it was verbal abuse from Camille Robinson-Regis, and so is verbal abuse from the UNC. It wasn't easy yesterday. I don't know how Olean pick up that. And I really want to be calling this station too much, right? People don't call me and ask me to call. I don't want nobody calling my name. Miss Arima is my name there. Don't call my name. Don't even tell me good morning. Okay, Andy?
All right, ma'am. Morning caller, we're
Morning,
calling
Miss
from.
Arima. Morning, Miss Arima. Morning. Who's on the outside? Morning.
Mikey and his yellow boy. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, good morning, gentlemen. You know, Andy and Mikey and fellas, you know, I am listening to what Mikey read there about Rowley saying that Kamala Persad-Bissessar had no right to write to the Barbados Prime Minister. Andy, I was watching the Parliament channel on Wednesday, and I sat there and I observed the members of the government. And let me tell you this now. Them don't want the opposition. They don't want the ground report. They don't want the right thinking people are trying to go. They don't want nobody to talk. I was saying that, you know something? All we're doing is talking, and the talking doing nothing. But you know, I realize that day how powerful we talk is. Because you know why? When we're talking the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And the talk and the information coming from the ground report, they are enlightening the population of all the evil that is taking place. And the PNM don't want that. They want to do everything, and they want to do it under law. They want to deal with the people who, when Rowley tell them, they say how high. And the rest who oppose all the evil and the wrongdoing, and they're talking. Because if you come out to march, the police commissioner, they want me to march. Everything you do, but you know something? They can't stop me from talking as long as we're talking the truth. Maybe I now realize that, you know, but better late than ever. And I now realize how powerful the talk is. I was looking at the members of the government there, part. And if you had seen the faces and the attitude of these people, even picky head, bald head, what she means, Camille Robinson. This woman's face was set up. If you see how she was watching the opposition side, like royal beasts, like if she could have go over there and beat all of them. But let me tell them this. You see Kamala Persad-Bissessar and the other 18 of them, they were elected. They were elected by the people of Antigua. And it is their right to ask questions. It is their right to talk. When they see something going wrong, they are supposed to talk. And if they feel they could put them speaker and as a judge and the other deputy speaker in the chair. So when these people stand to talk in Parliament, every time they're jumping up like I said, a jack in the box. Overrule. I am watching there Wednesday when they were talking about the when Amaro got up to talk about this Brent Thomas thing. And on the side there are whole set of lawyers who know the law, they like me. When he started to talk, they got up to Mr. Deputy Speaker, 24 this thing, 25 this, and everything these people jump up and oppose. This man say overrule. So what I'm feeling is damn fool as you watching the program. They feel there's only PLM people who looking at a dog and saying as a that they have in Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, no man, I don't know. When I was watching this thing in Parliament, I say, you know something, if I was in that Parliament, somebody would have got my chair in the head, you know. Because it was that provoking and that thing. And they went there to get money to pay lawyers. And they asked for some 190 million more to pay these lawyers or whatever it is. Where is the money that Harare paid Nelson to lie? How much millions he paid Nelson to lie on the PNM, not the PNM, on the UNC members? Where is that money? Let me tell you now. The bottom line is, fellas, God bless all you, and all you do understand. I don't think all you understand the power of the ground report. Because I realize now, PNM don't want all you, they don't want the facts, and the facts are coming out. Not everyday old talk, the facts, the deadly facts, the truth that is coming out from this program is what they do want to happen. So fellas, continue talking. All the callers continue talking because they don't want you to talk. And the people in this country, let me tell all you this now. And your editorial this morning was very, very good. They know what it is going on. They refuse to stand up. They refuse to fight. But the bottom line is, regardless of what Rowley say, regardless of what the PNM say, the truth is the truth. And the truth will set all of you free. And even though Rowley and them feel they can block you from coming out, because that's the best way to show you your force. And we can't come out in the streets and the 100,000. But everybody's staying home and they know what is going on. You understand? When you listen to the callers on this program, you realize the people ain't stupid. And one day, that they call election, they will come in soon and even sooner. Everybody, the majority will do what they're supposed to do, and we will get rid of this PNM. Because, I don't think nowhere have a lying, corrupt, thieving, bold-faced people like these people in the PNM in this government. And they think people should, but let them know. The fact of the matter is, the bottom is, we are not stupid, and the Rowley and the PNM, all you're fooling nobody. We know all you're corrupt. We know all you're wicked. We know all you're sinful. We know all you're healthy people. We know all you're doing everything for all yourself and all your friends and all your family, and all you have we out here, all you want me to suffer. But let me tell you this now. God is alive, He's real, and you're going to deal with all your needs. See, all who talking, we know as I said, we know the truth. Gentlemen, have a good day and continue keep up the good work. God bless all you. Here now, all you just bring facts to the people. The callers ain't playing, they know what's going on, So we know, as Mikey was saying in the advertisement, we know, regardless of what Rowley and the PNM and all them PNM people say, the fact of the matter is, we know all of them wicked and sinful, and we know they're breaking the law 24/7. Have a good day, gentlemen. God bless all of you.
The people of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid, and I have to listen to that foolishness. The people of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid, and I have to listen to that foolishness.
Good morning, caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Good morning to everybody, Andy. Mikey, Smithy, everything. Two things. I hear Rowley going up to get an award, an honorary doctorate. I hope he bring back a similar award posthumously for the Honorable Abu Bakar. They both had similar sort of actions. No, they are leaders of two organizations have big question marks, and you know what I'm talking about, the pedophile organization and the Muslim League. But they both did the same thing, tried to overthrow a government. I mean, they say one use gun and one use email. The other thing too, about this Brent Thomas and thing, you know the Honorable Prime Minister Rowley was head of the National Security Council of CARICOM, and in 2019 he tell us everything about impacts. So he has a good understanding on how to use them aircraft, you know, and it wouldn't surprise me if he is the man commanded that aircraft. I go and have a nice morning.
You understand what's out there in the public domain, Andy. So it's only fair that we get clarity on it. Morning.
Morning, gentlemen. Good morning, gentlemen.
Yes.
I've been listening. Mighty K, I want to do just as you. Not only wish Miss Arima good morning. Good morning, Miss Arima. And to all mothers, especially those from the Ground Report. All you do enjoy your weekend. I shall know you listener and all. To Miss Santa Cruz, Miss Woodbrook, and Mighty K. Those names in the corner like the Lord Nadi and then that one was there who always listen. She said, my name is Katian. She said, Katian is my real name, you know. And she raised up her children. She said, that's why they call me Katian. Anyhow, I want to side with Malcolm X. I want to side with Malcolm X. You see the deficits of the 55th? Lennox cut out that. Cut it out. You see when you come in just when you say you get vexed, people are upset in this country, you know. Don't get PNA people meeting anywhere and that's not get $10. And listen, I like how it is. I like how it is even Rowley and the Ground Report. And to all those who meet him anywhere and telling me, oh God, and next time bring you in the Ground Report. All you hearing me this morning. Good morning to these kind of people. I want to side with Malcolm X again. And Mighty K, we can't forget the Eastern Credit Union. We can't forget people like Shada them. I'm going to tell you, Pastor Cummins, good morning. Good morning, Pastor Cummins. You see, all I can check, like, all I wasn't good in mathematics in school at all. All I don't know the decimal, all I don't know nothing about maths at all. So I want to tell Pastor Cummins, a new Shada, my grandmother crying for her money. Mother's Day this weekend. All the money gone. But Mighty K, Andy, we can't forget that's you know, that Laka woman. Miss Laka, you see why all drinking, why all having all the steps, why all having all the steps by La Pacana, all the stepping on all the drinking, you and the PSA, all the drinking. And
Where's that? Where you are a legend? Firstly, I want to know where you are a legend. So you are a legend that the CEO of the Shogunas Borough Corporation.
But Andy, the old man leaves Salmon. Because I used to go with my partner, they doing like auction in Bataya. And you say, what are you doing? Why are you doing no contract these days? I said, well, you know, it's a UNC. He said, let me go and buy this hour, take all your driving, let me go buy this hour thing. But you say, well, let's get them postcard on them, boy. I see you selling for your aunt and thing for me. When I buy them, I say buy best wishes. So you say you have to buy postcard and perfume they drop for the CEO. But they move on now. Yeah, they move on now. And I go with him, I should have
that CEO right now is in the Shogunas.
The job kept and lead. That's the only way getting contract. There's calling for contract right through. But you make sure everybody in the office alright. There's calling for contract right through. You see what you're making sure they're right and they are no contract again. Why she and the PS, all of them just, you know, by the bar drinking. I don't know, and I was telling some boys, no better cussing and but you may the worst, I can't use them here. But I want to.
So they say the CEO and the PS was by a bar like till now.
It's a new bar.
It's a new bar.
Yeah, it's the La Pinca. Yeah, the La Pinca bar. Yes, it's a new bar, boy. 6 and the night. I hear the beer them they cold. Cold. You can get cold start. But let me moving on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Stephen Malcolm X say in war. Don't come in with no political war. We used to go with football. I mean, we don't pray before basketball. We never just say a basketball war. When we don't say we pray before we play basketball, we hear war. You come in after Malcolm X say what about political war? It's war.
It's political war.
Right. Let me take this time to wish all the mothers across the nation, wherever you are, North America, UK, wherever you're listening to the Ground Report. On behalf of all of us here, I want to wish you all a happy Mother's Day. And
yes, indeed. Of course, I want to extend that as well. Yes.
Happy Mother's Day. I know many mothers are not with us. As you know, the pandemic took many of our loved ones, those that were under the tent, gasping for breath. But happy Mother's Day. If your mother is with you, please cherish the moments with her. And I wish you a wonderful weekend. Go ahead, gentlemen.
Let's organize and take a quick break and come back, right?
A quick break at Mother's Day, Andy. It's Mother's Day coming up, man.
Mother's Day.
You take a quick break, man. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hey, before we do that, let me remind you, it's Thursday. It's next week, Thursday, the 18th. We'll be blasting out, of course, all the promos, all the stuff for you, get you ready as we go to drop off our next letters, our correspondence to the people. So, of course, you can join us. And yes, we're going to be in Port of Spain. There is a small team that is going to be dropping off one in Tunapuna. But we will, of course, head down to have prayers with the Commissioner of Police. We have a letter to
So we'll be heading at the Commissioner of Police. Well, we'll be meeting and then to head by the Commissioner of Police. Go ahead,
So we're gonna start our walk. We're gonna start moving from off the promenade, and we're gonna walk up from there. So we will have all the information for you. But it's next Thursday. So if you have, we were telling you in advance because so many people kept saying, "Oh God, Mikey," and then of course I want to say morning to Brother Victor Roberts. Because yeah, Mikey did it, and then of course Robert Amar and all the good folks out there, Black Chinese, all the folks who've been getting the calls, and all right, Bishop, Sean Martin, people from Arima, Pagai, all of them. They say, listen, I want to be there to drop off the letter too. So right, so it's Thursday. Today I have it Thursday, 11 a.m. on Thursday, 11 a.m. So we walk up, and hey, hopefully we get to meet with the Commissioner of Police, say a few words and a prayer.
Right.
She'll join us.
So we'll be meeting Thursday on the promenade to walk up to the Commissioner of Police.
Yeah. When we walk in here, we want to see a walk. When you see us walking with the stuff, just, hey, walk with us. Just walk with us as we drop off what we have to the Commissioner of Police. So there you have it. You have it in advance, so you can cook in time. Wednesday night, you can make sure and have that pot, everything ready. So come Thursday, you'll not be rushing to get this, get that. All right? If you know you have to board a flight, please make sure that it's sometime late in the evening or the next day. So even if you have to go in for an operation, call the doctor now and tell him, listen, not Thursday. We're going to do it Friday morning instead. Okay? So Thursday, 11 a.m. Let's take that break. We'll be right back.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. The Ground Report, the Ground Report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The Ground Report, the Ground Report.
I would think that there's been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air, they just couldn't resist. And like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. The kids can't resist it either. Plus, they have more to enjoy. For me, the castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
Sheltech Electronics, Capital Plaza, 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Port of Spain. So you're looking for the best prices in gaming products? Come on down and visit Sheltech Electronics, the gamer's paradise. Get the latest PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch system. Games and accessories. Apple Stream, Roblox cards. Available. Daily clearance items up to 70% off. Pre-order new releases and save 15%. Come on, visit us us online at ShellTechElectronics.com. Cash in on the bargain. ShellTech Electronics, 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Port of Spain, 627-3757. Cash in on those bargains now.
That's the sound of your car or truck. That's the sound of your horn. Get in gear with an auto loan. RBC makes it easy to get your own.
Get in gear with an RBC auto loan with 0 down, longer repayment terms, and low interest rates. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/GearUp. Conditions apply.
That's the sound of your car or truck. That's the sound of your horn. Get in gear with an auto loan. RBC makes it easy to get your own.
Drink that's transforming what you expect from a beverage. U-Juice is 100% natural and has the power of red ginseng, turmeric, ginger, and the world's strongest antioxidant, astaxanthin. Your new favorite drink has arrived. U-Juice, en route to the ultimate you.
U-Juice. And when me drink, me get a natural boost.
Arima, the Juve Cooler Experience. Arima, Sunday, 18th June 2023. Arima, your robe is your ticket.
More 104.7, the official station for Arimas.
Pro Sports Bar and VIP Lounge brings to you their Mother's Day event on Saturday, 13th of May, the night before Mother's Day.
Thank you, Mama, for the 9 months you carried me through. All those pain and suffering.
Featuring live Ziggy Rankin.
Somebody please tell me her name, cause I don't know her.
Ziggy Rankin.
Tired of this miserable life. Tired of the worries and the problems and the strife.
Ziggy Rankin.
That morning ride.
Drink specials all night long. Pro Sports Bar and VIP Lounge. Located Malabar Road Extension, Malabar Arima. Drink specials and giveaways all night long. Pro Sports Bar brings to you their Mother's Day event on Saturday, 13th May, the night before Mother's Day.
Chinese and Ari Restaurant, number 67, Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Standard. For breakfast daily, Monday to Sunday, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. On the menu, sada roti, Friday, roast beef, pie, coffee, tea, Milo, vegetable pizza, pancakes with assorted vegetables. Lunch specials daily from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Chicken pilau, $25. Assorted lunch from $25 to $40. Soup specials and crab and dumpling. Delivery of food available. De la la carte on the pavement from 6 p.m. until burgers, chicken sandwich, hot dogs, fries and chicken, nuggets, shrimp burger, gyros, and anything else you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your orders 7 days a week.
Let's celebrate our mothers on May 14th at Finsal's Luncheon and Dance. Roslyn Hall, 31 to 33, Ozenville Road, Tunapuna. Tickets only $400, all inclusive. Special guest artists, door prizes, big prizes for the best dressed mom and the oldest mom. Dress code in effect. Music by DJ Sunset George. From 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. For tickets and info, call 687-0419 or 782-2664. Bring mom and have a grand time at Finsal's Mother's Day Luncheon and Dance.
Trinity Lighting, 123 Western Main Road, St. James. Special on LED bulbs. Purchase 4 LED bulbs for $100, get 2 free. Trinity, they stock a wide variety of electrical supplies and specialize in light bulbs and parts for all your residential, commercial, marine, and medical fixtures. Remember, buy 4 LED bulbs for $100, get 2 free. 628-8373 or 622-6935. Check them out on Facebook, Trinity Lighting ETC Ltd. Or shop online at trinityetc.com. In the Miami area, contact them at 305-354-2033 or 305-932-0727. Remember, Trinity Lighting welcomes you to their main store, 123 Western Main, St. James.
Everybody's idea of home is different, so every mortgage should be unique, shaped around you, flexible to move and change as you do. RBC will come to you to get you started and stay by your side to help guide you every step of the way. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/home story and start your story today. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at RBC Caribbean.
Express your love and appreciation for Mom on her special day. With more love from More FM, we are giving away thousands of dollars in prizes just for your mom. The grand prize of a 3-night, 4-day stay at Le Chateau Tobago with airfare for 2 from A's Travel Services Limited, or a 2-night stay for 2 with all amenities at Tocopia Hotel and Lounge, or
4 tickets for Fitzal's Luncheon and Dance at Roslyn Hall.
And that's not all. Mom can also win Gen Care Day Spa vouchers. To enter, listen to More FM Monday to Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Call in with the access phrase, "More love for Mom." Then tell us one thing that your mom said or did that made an impact on your life. Winners will be chosen by random draw on Friday, 12th May, live on air. So keep listening and call in for your chance to win great prizes. More Love for Mom is sponsored by Le Chateau Tobago, A's Travel Services, Tocopia Hotel and Lounge, Smokehouse Terrace, Gen Care Day Spa, Fitzal Luncheon and Dance, John Ross Media Services, and CD Carroll Decor Rental. More Love for Mom. Welcome to M&M Pharmacy. Strategically located next to Eastside Supermarket in Sangre Chiquito, Sangre Grande. For all your healthcare needs and much more, M&M Pharmacy will give you customer service like no other. Your health is your wealth. That's right.
Sell-off Promotions and Beats by Robin present Mix Up Colors. Sunday, 2nd July at the River Ranch Arena. Stay tuned for more info.
Yeah, this is man Blackie. Every Thursday between 2 and 3 p.m. Big Yard Kaiso and Bacchanal with Dr. Hyde, Blackie, Big Show. Don't in the Big Yard Kaiso, 104.7 is its own station. That's Wheel Kaiso. Wheel that tune, Dr. Hyde.
Astrologers and pundits then meet third generational Pandit Narasimha. He uses traditional methods and gives solutions in problems like marriage, relationship, love, business, job, health, and removes all negativity, black magic, bad luck permanently. Specialist in reuniting with your ex. Call Pandit Narasimha 359-3939. That's 359-3939.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We are back.
Yes, we are back. We don't have much time.
Yeah.
But Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day to everyone. Don't forget, it's next week, Thursday, May 18th. And there's something that we need to add as well. We have to call on the Director General of the Civil Aviation of Trinidad and Tobago, the Director General. That's Francis Regis. Because he has to tell us who gave the directive for that plane to land here in Trinidad and Tobago. Because civil aviation is responsible for every aircraft that lands in this country. They're the ones who gives you the green light to land. So we need to call on people, and all of this is going to be documented in many of the correspondence that we send to the Commissioner of Police. Now we have to drop off one at Civil Aviation because we need to find out. The Director General, Mr. Regis, needs to tell us, at least he needs to add his voice to this and tell the people who gave the directive for that aircraft to land in Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. Someone was asking about Mr. Aruka. Mr. Aruka, I don't know who that, but whoever, get in touch with Roland Saunders. Yeah, somebody tell Juliet Davies something about some issue and some money. Please, Roland Saunders from Belmont. If Mr. Aruka, anybody close to him, give him the message. Roland Saunders, Belmont, a serious issue. Call Mr. Saunders. So, Andy, we have a lot to do. Next week, Thursday, people, 11 a.m. Be ready. And we heading out. Who's next, Andy?
Antics and Howie T. Yeah, it's supposed to be Howie T and Antics.
There you go, man. The Superman of the airwaves, boy. The man himself. The walking awning. The man Antics. Where you heading? Where you heading? Yeah. So they're up next and they're going to take you through the mid-morning session. Folks, have a good weekend. Be safe. Hey, love mother. Hug mother, appreciate mother each and every day. Whether it's mom, mommy, mama, mommy, whatever. Happy Mother's Day. Hey.
Nice. So
no,
all mothers.
Today's dance class.
Happy Survival Day to all mothers. Happy Survival Day to all mothers.
And remember, no corridor transformation tonight. He'll be back on tomorrow. Today is dance class. It's all about Spargos out there on Prince Street. If you want to see him, bring your camera. You're going to be in for a treat. The non-stop Lennox Smith dancing marathon. This man dances 7-8 hours straight. Even National Geographic did something on him. So check him out. The dance class, he does everything from a merengue, and then blap, he would land with the dead man and then start to spin on the back. You know, like when you spray them cockroach? Yeah, everything, he have it. So check out the man himself, Lennox Smith, this evening. Dance class. We out of here.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
This is Juve.
Run it!
Arima, the Juve Cooler Experience. Sunday, 18th